Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
Utah Hockey Club defenseman Ian Cole joins Steve Kouleas and Anthony Stewart on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91, to talk about Captain Clayton Keller and their hopes for the first season in Utah.
I always hesitate to, directly compare players, but I'm a huge fan of Kells. He's been awesome to me since I've been here. Watching him, how he interacts with the team, he's a very mature guy, and he's a guy who really wants to win. You can see his hyper competitiveness, and to draw a parallel to that, I mean, you talked about two guys, and Nate McKinnon and Sidney Crosby, who are some of the most competitive people I've ever met. I think that competitiveness and that will to win is a baseline that you need to be a superstar in this league, and Kells has been an all-star for how many years now. So we get going here, but I'm expecting nothing but great things from him.
At one point, did you talk about playoffs? The team here is a little bit different. Outside, people are talking about playoffs, or at least a push. For you, Ian, as a veteran, you heard me rhyme off your numbers earlier. What would constitute year one in Utah as a successful season on the ice?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were talking baselines earlier. I mean, I think the playoffs should always be the baseline for any team that thinks that they're good. We think that we have a good team here. There's no reason why we shouldn't be shooting for a playoffs. I'm not going to go and say that we're, a cup favorite but ultimately as a professional, you should want to win every game. You should want to win every series you play in the playoffs. You should want to win the Stanley Cup every single year. Whether that's doable or not, that's a different conversation, but that should be what the goal is. I think anything, if you're just shooting to, go 500 or we'll just leak in. No. We're going to try to win every single game we play. And if we're a good team, listen, we'll win a majority of them. And then we'll have a conversation about where we are as the season starts to come to an end. So, listen, I don't think that playoffs are out of the conversation by any means. But I think that with saying that, you don't want to have this macro view where you're counting, you're doing math with the points. And no, let's focus on game one. We're going to focus on game one. We're going to try to win game one. And regardless of what happens, we're going to focus on game two. And we're going to go win game two. And then we win game three. And you do it in that sequential order and that more micro view. And you have a good team and you have great coaches, which we do. You have a lot of success as the season goes over time. And I think that's the recipe to building a successful season.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Monday, October the 14th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 1 p.m., Boston Bruins face the Florida Panthers. Bruins on SiriusXM channels 91, Internet 921, Panthers on Internet 931. 1 p.m., New Jersey Devils face the Utah Hockey Club. Devils on XM 220, Internet 936, Utah on Internet 947. 1 p.m., Ottawa Senators take on the LA Kings. Senators on XM 219, Internet 939, Kings on Internet 932. 7 p.m., New York Rangers face the Detroit Red Wings. Rangers on SiriusXM channels 91, Internet 938, Red Wings on Internet 929. 7:30 p.m., Montreal Canadiens face the Pittsburgh Penguins. Canadiens on SiriusXM channels 167, Internet 934, Penguins on Internet 941. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Monday, October the 14th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 1 p.m., Boston Bruins face the Florida Panthers. Bruins on Sirius XM channels 91, Internet 921. Panthers on Internet 931. 1 p.m., New Jersey Devils face the Utah Hockey Club. Devils on XM 220, Internet 936. Utah on Internet 947. 1 p.m., Ottawa Senators take on the LA Kings. Senators on XM 219, Internet 939. Kings on Internet 932. 7 p.m., New York Rangers face the Detroit Red Wings. Rangers on Sirius XM channels 91, Internet 938. Red Wings on Internet 929. 7:30 p.m., Montreal Canadiens face the Pittsburgh Penguins. Canadiens on Sirius XM channels 167, Internet 934. Penguins on Internet 941. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
The PGA Tour comes to life on Sirius XM. It's your destination for everything on the tour. Hear live hole-by-hole coverage and expert analysis. PGA Tour Radio, Sirius XM 92.
Iron Mike Keenan, former NHL head coach, came on the morning skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick for Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. That's Sirius XM Channel 91. He was on to promote his new book, Iron Mike, My Life Behind the Bench, and he took some time to talk about his career, specifically the regrets and the influences.
When you get a chance to sit down now and you think back on all these times, any regrets?
Yeah, of course you have regrets. I had the heat turned up quite a bit at my own distraction, so I could have, and I evolved, and even Greg, you just mentioned Greg Gilbert. He said, Mike, you're completely different here in New York than you were in Chicago. So you learn from your own mistakes, and for some reason I was so driven. I took it personally if we lost, personally, and I was miserable. And I could have probably managed the principles of my coaching career and what I thought was important, that I would always stay intact with those. But the methodology could have been turned down a bit and probably
A little too intense?
A little bit smoother.
A little too intense?
At times, yeah. For sure.
Now, big names, Scotty Bowman, Roger Nielsen, Tom Watt. I mean, I don't know, mentors, friends. How did they all influence Mike Keenan?
Well, first of all, I played for Tom at University of Toronto, and then we developed a close relationship, and I would talk to him a lot about coaching. Now I'm in Peterborough. He'd come and see me, and we developed sort of a minor league team for him, because the guys that couldn't play for U of T right away, like Mike Polino, come out to play with me in Oshawa. And so we developed a relationship that way. But we talked a lot about hockey. He taught me more about hockey than anybody else. And then Roger and I have a relationship through Peterborough. We're getting now into sort of the technical part of video replay and how that. And then I got Scotty Bowman, the greatest ever. He hires me for the first time, probably saw a little bit of himself in me, and he's calling me in the middle of the night after every game. He drives home from Rochester, and at 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'm not exaggerating, sometimes an hour conversation in the middle of the night. Why did you put Bob Mongrain on the penalty killing at that time? Like, okay, Scotty. But he was just, and he would test me all the time, and I just give him a firm belief in what I thought was right. And he respected that. So it was interesting to, and then we became friends over the years. It was a real 3 guys that really influenced my career.
That was Iron Mike Keenan, former NHL head coach and author of Iron Mike, My Life Behind the Bench. He was in conversation with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick for the morning skate on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. That's Sirius XM Channel 91.
Sirius XM has soccer covered end to end. Sirius XM FC. Hear live play-by-play and talk shows hosted by legends of the game. It's Sirius XM FC on Channel 157.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Monday, October the 14th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 1 p.m., Boston Bruins face the Florida Panthers. Bruins on Sirius XM Channels 91, Internet 921. Panthers on Internet 931. 1 p.m., New Jersey Devils face the Utah Hockey Club. Devils on XM 220, Internet 936. Utah on Internet 947. 1 p.m., Ottawa Senators take on the LA Kings. Senators on XM 219, Internet 939. Kings on Internet 932. 7 p.m., New York Rangers face the Detroit Red Wings. Rangers on Sirius XM Channels 91, Internet 938. Red Wings on Internet 929. 7:30 p.m., Montreal Canadiens face the Pittsburgh Penguins. Canadiens on Sirius XM Channels 167, Internet 934. Penguins on Internet 941. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Monday, October the 14th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, 1 p.m., Boston Bruins face the Florida Panthers. Bruins on Sirius XM Channels 91, Internet 921. Panthers on Internet 931. 1 p.m., New Jersey Devils face the Utah Hockey Club. Devils on XM 220, Internet 936. Utah on Internet 947. 1 p.m., Ottawa Senators take on the LA Kings. Senators on XM 219, Internet 939. Kings on Internet 932. 7 p.m., New York Rangers face the Detroit Red Wings. Rangers on Sirius XM Channels 91, Internet 938. Red Wings on Internet 929. 7:30 p.m., Montreal Canadiens face the Pittsburgh Penguins. Canadiens on Sirius XM Channels 167, Internet 934. Penguins on Internet 941. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
Former NHL head coach Iron Mike Keenan came on the morning skate with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellick for SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, and he was asked about the long Alexei Kovalev shift during his time in New York, and he shared his side of the story about the skilled offensive talent that was Kovalev.
The Alexei Kovalev shift. I've heard 7 minutes. I've heard 9 minutes. Hey, you stay out there. You kind of figure it out. Describe to us what went into that. How long was a shift? Certainly Kovalev was a talent, that's for sure, but he was a bit of an enigma.
Super talent.
Yes.
And talented people sometimes are elusive. And Alex, I try to explain to him, you're getting 20 minutes.
You're listening to NHL Play-by-Play on SiriusXM.
This is Detroit Red Wings hockey. The Red Wings Tonight is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card.
Saturday in Detroit, Cam Talbot stopped 41 shots as the Red Wings defeated the Nashville Predators 3-0.
Head coach Pierre Levy led the New York Rangers. They've yet to lose in regulation, but coming off a 6-5 loss to the Utah Hockey Club.
Live from Madison Square Garden in New York, it's the Red Wings and the New York Rangers tonight.
This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
Everybody cheering here in Hockey Town.
More than just a team.
In front of the goal, Eisman picks it up in the left corner, moved it out in front. He scores!
More than hockey.
The fireworks are in the air. Here comes the confetti from high atop the Joe Louis Arena.
This is Detroit Red Wings hockey. The Red Wings Tonight is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card. Detroit Red Wings hockey.
Brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, Corwell Health, Jack Demmer Ford, Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, Metro Detroit Chevrolet Dealers, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Jack Demmer Lincoln, Detroit Area Toyota Dealers, Wallside Windows, Meyer, McLaren Health, United Wholesale Mortgage, Feiger Law, Chevrolet, Rocket Mortgage, Priority, and Little Caesars.
This is Detroit Red Wings hockey.
Shop low prices and great deals all week long at Meijer. Buy 5 or more and save $5 or more on hundreds of items across the store, like General Mills cereal, Swanson broth, and 12 packs of Coca-Cola or Pepsi products. Plus, shop our huge selection of Halloween items for spooky good savings. Get 25% off Halloween costumes and buy 2, get 1 free Halloween snack or jumbo-sized candy. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or in the Meijer app.
The McLaren Proton Therapy Center at the Karmanos Cancer Institute offers the most powerful and precise radiation oncology treatment available. Using the latest generation technology, we're able to deliver high doses of radiation to the exact size and shape of your tumor while avoiding surrounding healthy tissue and organs. That means we can eliminate cancer with an unmatched precision, resulting in fewer side effects and improved outcomes for patients. To learn more, visit mclaren.org/proton therapy.
Let's face off with Dustin Fiocco.
Hello, everybody, from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio. We are awaiting puck drop from the famous Madison Square Garden, where the Red Wings await their first road challenge of the season against the New York Rangers. Both teams coming into today's play with a win and a loss on their season resume. Rangers with an extra point, however, after coming up short in overtime against the 3-0 Utah Hockey Club on Saturday. Meanwhile, the Red Wings are coming off of a well-rounded shutout victory against Nashville. They topped the Predators 3-0. The star of the game, netminder Cam Talbot. Facing a high quantity of shots, 42 to be exact, he stood strong with a perfect save percentage through all 3 periods, and following his excellent game, Talbot spoke to the media about his performance.
I would take that performance anytime, not just the first game of the new team, but obviously, I got my feet wet last game. In the second and third there, and just kind of tried to carry it over. And, Nashville's a heck hockey club. They added a lot of weapons. We knew it was going to be a tough task, and I was just trying to do my part.
Talbot was strong on Saturday. Tonight, Alex Lyon gets the start between the pipes. And speaking of goaltender news, the news of the day came out yesterday. The announcement, Ville Husso has been placed on waivers. Husso is coming off of a rough start in the first game of the season, where he was pulled after allowing 4 goals on 14 shots. In his place, the former 18th overall pick, Austin Watson, gets the call-up. The Wings picked him up 8 days ago on a 1-year deal. It's the Red Wings versus the Rangers coming your way shortly, but up next, Ken Kal speaks with head coach Derek Lalonde, right here on the Red Wings Radio Network.
My Sheets Rewards is like a passport to saving money. Everything you buy, whether it's gas, peanuts, milkshakes, or a sub loaded up with an entire pound of toppings, will earn you points. Then you can turn those points into savings across the store and pumps. Because Sheets knows that their freaks don't just love cramming their faces with the weirdest made-to-orders possible, but they also crave the feeling of building up to exclusive offers and freebies. Download the Sheets app today and start saving like a freak. Why the Sheets not?
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. I know from experience, a football team is like a family. You trust each other, you support each other, you rely on each other. That's how it is in life, especially when you've been hurt in an accident. You don't call just anyone. You turn to family for help when you're injured. And everyone knows the Bernsteins will treat you like family. And you can trust them like family. They're Michigan's first family of law for a reason. Get the Bernstein advantage. After all, we're all family around here.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Inside the locker room.
Red Wings in New York tonight to take on the New York Rangers with his pregame show. Red Wing head coach Derek Newsy Lalonde. Inside the locker room is brought to you by Meijer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Quite the turnaround in that game against the Nashville Predators. Your thoughts, Newsy, about the contest?
Yeah, really happy with the effort, the performance. Again, it probably looked a little bit like our first period against Pittsburgh, and we were unable to sustain it. I love the fact that just some of the things we emphasized post-game or even into practice on Friday, about our D-zone coverage, our layers in our D-zone, our box outs, kind of being harder in the middle of the ice, especially in our defensive zone. It translated well. Obviously, we gave up a lot of shots, but love the fact that we limited good looks. We outchanced them 2-1 on grade A's. We out-grade A'd them in the slot area, those dangerous type areas. And credit to the guys, conscious effort in some areas, and it translated. Now we got to keep it going with quite a test tonight.
Talk about the play of goaltender Cam Talbot. He was a brick wall, wasn't he?
Excellent. Not only just really good and some great saves, but some key saves at very big momentum times. Gave some confidence to our group throughout. And, I don't see that Nashville team getting shut out many times this year. I think it's a credit to him. And some second effort defense in front of him.
Mo Sider again, he was a beast out there. The whole team really blocking shots and playing good defensive hockey.
Yeah, and that's Mo. When he's assertive defensively and he's hard to play against, I think it kind of bleeds through the whole team. And again, I like what we did defensively in limiting really good looks, but a lot of shot volume too. And you're going to get that against a team like that, especially we spent over 9 minutes down a man, either the goalie pull or on the penalty kill. But at the same time, I think the next step in our D is to get a little less of D-zone time and limit the looks at our net.
Newsy, we talked about Albert Johansson. He played his first National Hockey League game. Justin Hall was pretty good on the blue line, too. Talk about those two players and what they look like to you.
Both did well for us, and they gave us simple defense. And that's what we were looking for, especially the other night. And again, it was such a frustrating opening night in that we had signs of our game, if you will, but then we'd have a turnover or a D-zone mishap, and those two had none of those in their game. And it just helps you over 60 minutes. We're able to build off it. So credit to both of them, and both will be back in the lineup tonight.
Still some injuries. You've got Fisher out. He only played a little bit in that hockey game against the Predators. You got Petrie still day-to-day. What do you do with your forwards?
Austin Watson will come in for Christian Fisher, so pretty seamless there. Still fluid with our lines. It wasn't comfortable playing 11, and we like playing 11 forwards at times, especially in the road at times, but it made our lineup a little fluid up front, but I didn't mind it. We had some different looks with some different guys. Obviously, we scored a couple of our second and third line centers, which is a positive. So those are 12, but I still think you're going to see some different combinations as we still kind of feel this out up front.
Is Alex Lyon your goaltender tonight?
Yep, Alex Lyon is in net. Kind of the plan all along to get him in the net early. There was some vision of maybe giving each goalie a start in the first 3 games, but we wanted to get through those first 2 games. And obviously a really good performance by Cam on Saturday, but at the same time, 3 games in 5 days, and he played obviously in both of those games and had some volume, so it's a good opportunity to get Alex in tonight.
Finally, on a fun note, Madison Square Garden, it's a historical building. If you had an opportunity to see any event that took place here, which event would it be?
Wow, that's a great question. I guess, maybe U2, the Billy Joels of the world. I will say this, it's one of those historic venues that you appreciate being in the league and coaching in, and obviously we're looking forward to it as a group tonight.
All right, all the best in today's game against the New York Rangers.
Thank you.
Daniela Bruce is standing by. She'll take you around the league.
Around the League with Daniela Bruce.
Around the League is brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the Detroit Red Wings. The Winnipeg Jets are off to a 3-0 start, and they got there with another dramatic finish yesterday against Minnesota. Jake Middleton gave the Wild a 1-0 lead 4 minutes into the game, and then Mark Scheifele scored his 4th goal in 3 games with just 2 seconds remaining in the first period to tie the game at 1. Those would be the only 2 goals scored in regulation. Here's Kyle Connor to end things in OT.
Velarde to Morrissey. Scheifele gives it back. Morrissey. Scheifele again. Connor leads. Fires and scores! Overtime winner. Kyle Connor. And the Jets are 3-0.
The Jets win with a final score of 2-1. Mark Scheifele off to a hot start with 6 points through 3 games. Josh Morrissey also has 4 assists for 4 points through 3. Winnipeg now has a few days off as they'll host the Sharks on Friday. Minnesota will head to St. Louis to take on the Blues tomorrow night. Around the League is brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer of the Detroit Red Wings. We'll be back with more right here on the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
We are Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Red Wings.
For over 70 years, Biker Law has been your hometown team of trial lawyers for auto crashes, truck accidents, birth trauma, and injuries due to medical malpractice. Let our team of homegrown trial lawyers win big for you. Biker Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Red Wings. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
J.P. Weiser's Canadian Whiskey is a proud partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Sure, we could have teamed up with Toronto, or Montreal, or even Ottawa. But we'd rather support our neighbors across the river, because we've been doing things our way since 1857. So grab a bottle of our smooth, new 10-year-old whiskey and taste what it means to be wisely done.
Ohio Stadium, where the Wolverine and Buckeye States meet to throw fuel on a century-old rivalry. But this time, it's different. This time, the roles of red and blue are reversed. This time, it's hockey at the shoe. The Blue Jackets and Red Wings take it outside with the Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Buy tickets now.
Get out there and have some fun in a new Toyota with more all-wheel drive choices than anyone else. Like America's best-selling car, Toyota Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through November 4th, you can lease a Camry LE for $299 a month for 36 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Corewell Health, we know time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, innovation, and we do. We're fighting cancer with proton therapy and music therapy. We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's with deep brain stimulation and outsmarting blood clots in seconds instead of days. Because this is your time to take control of your health. And it's time to show that together, we can. Corewell Health.
From the rink with Daniela Bruce.
Talking with Red Wing forward Joe Veleno. First trip of the season. The Red Wings are in New York to take on the New York Rangers. And what's it like playing in Madison Square Garden, an old historic barn?
Yeah, it's great, obviously. Amazing atmosphere, historic building, like you said. So, it's obviously one of the top spots on the road for teams to go to. And starting off our first road game in New York is, obviously amazing.
Talk about the ice conditions there. Is it good or is it bad? I've heard stories on both sides.
As far as I know, I think every time we've played, the ice has always been put in a couple hours before the game. So sometimes, along the wall, along the boards, it's obviously not the greatest. You see some of that asphalt in the corner sometimes. The ice sometimes could be good, just doesn't stay, very good for very long.
Talk a little bit about all the events that have happened over the years at Madison Square Garden. If you had to pick one event, whether it be a boxing match, a concert, a wrestling event, which one would you pick?
That's a good question. I think I'd probably go with a basketball game. I think a UFC fight would be pretty cool, obviously, too. I've been slowly getting into a bit of the UFC, but basketball, obviously, I don't know. I feel like basketball environments are pretty fun to be in, especially when you got some, big names coming into town. I feel like that building would be pretty exciting, fill up pretty good.
The Knicks are a pretty big draw in New York.
Obviously the Knicks, but, even other teams where other star players are coming into town. I think you got to, go when there's a good team coming in.
What's life like on the road? Tell the fans what players do when you go into a city like New York the day before a game.
Yeah, so we usually get there later afternoon, settle into the hotel a little bit, maybe have like an hour or so before, we head out for dinner. Especially a city like New York, obviously want to, get out there a little bit and, go to these restaurants that, we don't really have the luxury of going to too often. So a couple guys get together, usually spread out in different types of groups. But yeah, we all get out, go for dinner, usually pretty early, I'd say 6:30, the latest. And then, we'd head out to our hotel rooms. Some guys will have like buddies or families that they'll go see. But yeah, just stay in the hotel, maybe do some recovery and shut it down pretty early.
Taking a bite out of the Big Apple, you guys, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Joe, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Tonight's Keys to the Game.
Well, the Red Wings back at it. Tonight they're in New York City. They take on the New York Rangers. First of 3 meetings on the season. This will be a home-and-home series. Red Wings in New York tonight. They'll play the Rangers again in Hockeytown on Thursday. But, Paul, the Red Wings coming off an impressive 3-0 shutout victory over the Nashville Predators.
They want to turn around. And you think about it, Ken, they were just so good in the opening night, in the opening period again, and Pittsburgh just very fortunate to stay in the hockey game, and all of a sudden the wheels came off in the second and third period. It looked like a totally different Detroit team. Penguins took advantage of that, picked up the win on the road. It was a reverse situation against Nashville. Detroit couldn't get it going in the first 4 or 5 minutes. Nashville was a better team. A couple of big saves by Cam Talbot. Then all of a sudden they found their game. They found their defensive game, and they grinded out the rest of the way and picked up a very important 3-0 victory on home ice. And nothing changes tonight. Play the exact same way. This team here, the New York Rangers, the team I picked to win the Metropolitan Division. The New Jersey Devils going to be a very close second in that very competitive division. Top 2 lines are sensational. Mika Zibanejad, he's off to a slow start though, and Vincent Trocheck, who's playing great hockey with Panarin and Lafreniere. But the line you got to watch out for now is that third line. Philip Hedl, he's healthy this year. He's playing on that line with Cooley and Capo Caco, and that's been the best line. They've actually had 2 goals, 5 points in the third line, so they're a very deep team. The top 4 defense were very good. They're missing a couple of guys, especially Ryan Lindgren back on the blue line. Third defensive pair. They've got 2 young players back there. Wings can maybe take advantage of that. Something to build on, though, for the Red Wings. And Alex Lyon gets his first start of the season. He'll need to be very good tonight against a powerful offensive team, the Rangers.
Well, what about the keys to tonight's game? What would they be against New York?
I think I just went over them once there, but again, we got to get our top 2 lines. They've got to play well. JT Compher and his line mates, I thought, were better in game 2. Dylan Larkin did a real good job between Alex DeBrink and Patrick Kane. But again, that third line now, Tyler Mott moves up to play in that third line with Michael Rasmussen and Andrew Kopp. They're going to be very important, and this is where that last line change becomes important in the game of hockey. Peter Laviolette will have the last change. Head coach Derek Lalonde has to put his line out there. He can see who's out there and then get the matchup he's looking for. So very important the players are alert. Sometimes change on the fly to get the matchup. But again, 2 of these teams are very good on paper. It's a very important game. Rangers just 1 win, but their loss did come in sudden death overtime in a wild one against the Utah Hockey Club.
Injury report brought to you by McLaren Healthcare, doing what's best. Jeff Petrie, upper body injury. He did skate today at the morning skate. He's day-to-day. Probably play on Thursday. Christian Fisher also out with that upper body injury. Here come the Rangers and the Red Wings out onto the ice surface. Moments away from the start of this one. Should be a good one. Red Wings and Rangers up next on the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
It's time to think Ford first. Right now, check out the 2024 Ford Escape at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. The Escape comes with Bliss, blind spot information system, with cross-traffic alert and plenty of cargo space to fit your lifestyle needs. Right now, AZ Plan trade-in lessees can lease a 2024 Ford Escape SUV active all-wheel drive for $279 a month for 24 months, with $1,789 due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all buyers will qualify for low-mileage Ford Credit Red Carpet Lease. Payment includes $4,000 trade assist. Offer only valid on package 200A. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer's stock by October 31st. See dealer for qualifications and details. So lease a Ford Escape SUV active all-wheel drive for $279 a month only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
It's alive! Wallside Windows has built a monster of an offer. 80 months, no interest with no down payment. Or save an extra 20% off when you pay cash. Plus half off every window you buy. We've created our best offer yet. You'll save thousands, and installation is guaranteed by the holidays. 80 months, no interest. Call Wallside today. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
Face-off is just moments away as we pause for station identification on the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
The world's fastest game.
Find with a pass and they score! John Tavares!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Red Wings and the New York Rangers doing battle here at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Along with Paul Woods, I'm Ken Cal. It should be a good one. Home and home coming up, Red Wings and Rangers. Let's go downstairs. Kyle Miller is about to sing the Star Spangled Banner. Here's Kyle.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? who's brought stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the Star-Spangled Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That's Kyle Miller with the Star-Spangled Banner prior to the start of tonight's game. Red Wings and the New York Rangers, first of 3 on the season between these two original 6 rivals. Take a look at tonight's starting lineups. They are brought to you by Wallside Windows. We can do that. We are the factory. Call us today for a free estimate.
It will be Igor Shesterkin. A lot of people think he is the best goaltender in the National Hockey League. His 3rd consecutive start back on the blue line. Braden Schneider paired there with Jacob Truba. And up front, that 3rd line I was talking about, Philip Hedl, Wilk Cooley, and Capo Caco.
Alex Lyon will get the call and goal for the Red Wings. He was terrific last season between the pipes. This is his first start of the campaign. Ben Sherratt teamed up with Mo Sider on the blue line. Up front, JT Compher. And alongside of him will be Vladimir Tarasenko and Lucas Raymond.
And Alex Lyon, again, just a great story of being that long in the minor leagues at his age, finally making a National Hockey League, but he makes the most of every opportunity. I expect him to be very good tonight in this battle against Igor Shesterkin. Shesterkin was really good in the opening game, but not so good in the game against Utah, allowing 6 goals, including the overtime game winner.
Utah lost their first game of the season this afternoon, and they were just across the river, the Hudson River. They lost to the New Jersey Devils.
And the Devils now 4 wins and 1 loss, and Sheldon Keefe doing a good job as a new head coach.
Underway here in New York, late arriving crowd as the puck goes back into the corner in the Rangers zone. Tarasenko trying to feed it out in front, broken up. Now circling Schneider behind his own goal, tapped it up the left wing boards. Cooley is battling with Compher. Now Cooley finds open ice through the middle of the ice, moves it over on the right side, and now it's jammed by Truda all the way down the ice and behind the Detroit net. No score in the opening period. Red Wings making a change, so the Rangers. Wings are attacking left to right. Larkin in over the Ranger line, drops it off to DeBrincat. Pass in front for Kane, off his stick and wide of the goal. Quickly the other way comes Smith. Out to center ice, in over the blue line. Pass too far in front of Kreider. Kreider trying to jam it away from DeBrincat and helping out. That's Edvinsson to tap it out to center ice, and Fox will pick it up at the red line. Scoots it off the stick of Riley Smith into the corner in the Detroit zone. Swinging in after it. That is the player Justin Hall to play that puck around the boards. And now it's Edvinsson to drive it into the Ranger zone. Hall was pretty solid back there on the blue line that last game against the Predators.
He was just outstanding. And really Albert Johansson was good as well. He had some good moments in that hockey game, but they really did help the Red Wings. But Hall just quietly, as head coach Derek Malone mentioned, just gets the job done inside that blue line. That bounce off the stick of the Red Wing player went right towards Alex Lyon. He had to be alert. That was Andrew Kopp.
And Sherratt tried to play it across, and off the stick of Lyon. Now down the other way, the Ranger goaltender Shesterkin to hang on to the puck. We've got a whistle on the face-off coming up deep in the New York end.
The problem with that for Justin is that most people watching hockey and stuff, in fact, a lot of people in the media just they actually decide if you're a good player or not by the number of goals and points you pick up. There's a lot more going on in the game of hockey than just scoring goals and picking up points. Being sound defensively, winning one-on-one battles is a very important trait. It can definitely help your team win games.
No score in the opening period. Red Wings win the draw from the line. Sherratt fired one wide of the goal. Into the corner skates Jonathan Berggren, and he plays it now to Kopp. Squeezed it around the end boards. Red Wing player Rasmussen was dumped. Panarin dropped it back, and now it's sent rink wide out to center ice, and Kopp squeezes it ahead to DeBrincat at the Ranger logo at center ice. Make that Sider. Here's Sider now winding it up at center ice. Play it off the stick. It travels into the New York end, and the Rangers settle it down right there. Up the right side, that is the player Mancini dumping it in behind the Red Wing goal, and Detroit will pick it up there. Albert Johansson Moves out the center, moved it away from Adam Edstrom and plays it in behind the New York net. Shesterkin to Trouba in the right corner, dumped it around the board's right side. Out to center ice. Brzezinski to fire that puck around the boards into the Detroit zone, and now it's scooped around the end boards by Schneider, the Ranger defenseman. Joe Veleno chipped it out to the blue line, barely held in at the line. Here's a shot taken, Lyon the save as Edstrom tried to score from the left faceoff circle.
You had it right the first time. I think that puck came out past the blue line. That puck had gone in. I think the goal gets waved off, but still a good save by Alex Lyon. Edstrom, the big Swedish forward, 6'6", 241 pounds.
Mott ran into his man out at center ice. Wings carry over the line. Joe Veleno with a wrist shot, and it's kicked away with the left goalie pad of Igor Shesterkin.
I thought he was really good as well against Nashville. Joe Veleno played in the third and fourth lines.
Here's Cooley moving his way over from his left to his right. Tried to play it off the boards. Ends up in the Detroit players' bench. And we've got a whistle and a face-off coming up out at center ice.
Other games tonight, Ottawa won in overtime 8-7 against the Los Angeles Kings in that game in Ottawa. Josh Norris, the game-winning goal. And how about the Boston Bruins? They lost tonight at home ice to the Florida Panthers. Panthers playing without Barkov, playing without Matthew Tkachuk, and still won the road against the Boston Bruins.
15 goals scored in that game. The Kings and the Ottawa Senators.
And it wasn't Linus Ullmark in the goal for Ottawa. He did not play in that game, wasn't actually dressed. It was two other Ottawa goaltenders that allowed the 8 goals on just 23 shots.
Here's Keandre Miller making his way in behind the goal. Bothering him from behind is Lucas Raymond. The puck comes out to center ice. Johansson chips it out to the Ranger blue line. Keandre Miller will scoop it across to Adam Fox. Back to Miller. Rangers in those Broadway blue jerseys. Move it in over the Detroit line. That is Cooley tapping it to the side of the Red Wing goal. Wings batted out to center ice. Now lifted by Zach Jones over on the right side. Raymond with a big hit on his man along the far boards. Play continues inside the New York end.
I think he's taking a page out of his friend's book, Moritz Side. That's Lucas Raymond. Not only did he have 30-some goals last year, led his team in scoring, he's also becoming a very physical player for Detroit.
Now here's Patrick Kane winding it up inside the Red Wing zone. Hands it off to Larkin, being bothered by Zibanejad. Larkin behind the back feet across the hall, and he'll bring it out to center for Detroit. Angles over away from Smith. Carries into the Rangers zone near Kreider. Dumped it around the end boards. Shoveled to the right side of the ice. Kane in that Rangers zone tied up. And now Larkin will pick it up for Detroit.
This line's been good again. Head coach Derek Lalonde. Quick little passing, playing a hard shot down low by Alex DeBrincat. He just did miss.
Now a long stretch pass. Kreider making his way in, and Hall with a good solid defensive play. Spun him around, and more importantly, didn't take a penalty.
There it is again. Solid defense by Justin Hall. You won't see that in the score sheet tomorrow, but a very important play.
Into the corner, Patrick Kane now muscles it behind the net to DeBrincat. His pass off a stick comes to Smith. Slides it out to center ice, and now Kreider will dump it in on a change, going in after Schneider, the defenseman. Batted away, and now it's Ben Sherratt to lift that puck up the left wing boards into the New York end.
And the guy who was battling with Chris Kreider, he's one of the strongest forwards in international hockey. More good work by Justin Wall, his second game in a Red Wing uniform.
Took a funny bounce off the end boards. Red Wings will dump it back into the Ranger zone. That one touched a Ranger player, so it won't be icing. Trouba chased down by Rasmussen. Rasmussen goes down, and Trouba lays it across to Panarin. Dancing over the line, cuts inside, moves over to the right circle, shoots the puck wide of the short side of the Detroit goal. Miller holds it in for the Rangers, dumps that puck around the end boards. Berggren took a chop at it. Trouba pinched down low to hold it in. Now it's Sider taking a whack at it, and Sherratt will lift it up the left wing boards. This one goes back into the New York zone. Not far enough for the icing. That'll allow both teams to change on the go.
And quietly, Ben Sherratt's off to a good start. He's picked up an assist. He's even on the season, but playing well now again with Moritz Seider.
Good up and down action here in the early goings of the hockey game. No score in the first period. 14:04 to go. Wings in their own zone in the white jerseys with the red trim. Tap it out to center ice. Picking it up is Miller. Drops it deeper into his own zone for Hedl. Now to Fox. He gave it away at center ice, and here comes Mott back across the New York line, and then he was chopped off the puck by Hedl as he rolls it around the end boards, right wing for Fox. Now to Miller out to center ice. Feed pass left side over the line. That plays offside as Hedl was cruising into the Red Wing zone.
Took an odd-man rush away from the New York Rangers. Probably going to be their best scoring chance. That play was barely offside with a big advantage, a big break there for the Red Wings.
First period of tonight's game is brought to you by Meijer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Timeout, 13:39 to go. Scoreless time, the opening period here in New York. This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
Together, let's drive.
Red Wings fans, get in the game at Dunham Sports to find great savings in every aisle. Since 1937, Dunham's has been bringing Red Wing fans the best values on the brand name sporting goods you want. Dunham's has your favorite brands like Under Armour, Adidas, Champion, Carhartt, Titleist, Bauer, Spalding, Warrior, Nordic Track, and many more at prices that are hard to beat. Get in the game and save at any of the 70 Michigan Dunham Sports locations.
America's favorite place to watch sports is Stadium Swim, located at Circa Resort and Casino. Catch all the biggest games at a viewing experience built for sports fans. Chill in one of our 6 pools on 3 different levels for a perfect view of our massive screen. Located at Circa Resort and Casino in downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street. Stadium Swim. Book your spot today at circalasvegas.com.
He has 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points in 3 games played. He's +3, and he's playing 12 minutes and 54 seconds a game.
He hit the 300-point plateau last night, and no one will expect those kind of numbers for him to start the season. And how about Jonathan Huberdeau? People were waiting for him to wake up in Calgary. He's finally doing that as well. So some good signs for the Calgary Flames. Craig Conway's general manager has done a good job these last 2 seasons.
Here's Kane breaking out of the Detroit zone. DeBrincat turns away from Zibanejad, worked it in over the blue line. Stick handles past one Ranger, moves in left face-off circle into the slot. Larkin trying to go upstairs, and Shesterkin got a piece of it. Hauling down along the near side was Kreider as the Rangers shoot it into the Red Wing zone, and Simon Edvinsson will sweep it ahead to Justin Hall.
He had some good defensive plays already, Simon Edvinsson, especially down in front of goaltender Alex Lyon. Rangers really trying to get that offense on track with a better offensive team. You've yet to see that so far.
Here's Panarin over the line, drops it to the trailer. A shot taken and a save made. That was Trocheck trying to score. It's Lyon made the save on Vincent Trocheck.
They got great chemistry, Trocheck and Panarin, and Trocheck coming down the middle of the ice with lots of speed and move to his right and let it go, save in the first period.
Here's a shot over on the right circle, and Lafreniere beats the goaltender Lyon for the first goal of the hockey game. Lafreniere was set up in the right circle by Panarin, and it's 1-0 New York.
He was picked first overall in the amateur draft, the entry draft by the New York Rangers, and he was a center back in his junior days, but he's now shifted to the wing, but he's got himself in an excellent spot playing on that line with Trocheck, one of the most improved center icemen in the NHL, and of course the bread man, Artemi Panarin. When he gets that puck in the offensive zone, good things will soon happen for the Rangers. I think he actually fanned in that shot a little bit. Didn't get a whole lot on it. It was like a change-up going towards Alex Lyon. Lyon sliding across from his right to his left, and it just came back in between his pads, and Lafreniere didn't get it where he wanted it to go, but it worked out well for him and the Rangers.
I was watching Panarin, and he always seems to cut to the inside of the ice. That's his bread and butter move right there, and that's what he did when he set up the goal scorer Lafreniere.
Boy, Vincent Trocheck was a good player with Carolina, a good player with the Florida Panthers, but he's become a great player with these New York Rangers. He's turned himself into an outstanding face-off man as well.
So the Rangers draw first blood. They get the goal from Lafreniere at 11:45 as the Red Wings bring it ahead out to center ice. That's Ben Sherrod in over the Ranger blue line. Cuts to the side of the net. Trying to jam it home short side. Rolls down into the corner off the pads of Shesterkin. Here's Tyler Mott on his backhand. Brings it all the way to the blue line. Flips it around the end boards. Reaching for it, Joe Veleno. Comes away with a puck right circle. Veleno does. Moves it down low. It's intercepted by Keto. A penalty coming up to Watson as he made his appearance out onto the ice. And now the Rangers into the Red Wing zone. Here's Fox with a centering attempt. It's blocked by Veleno right out in front. And the Rangers, who lead 1-0, will go on the power play, hooking the call against Austin Watson.
Well, Austin Watson complaining right now, and really it's a very, very mild hook. And again, the referee just calling it so close here in the opening period. No need, but it's difficult to sit on the bench for a long period of time, like I mentioned sometimes, and come on the ice and play a strong shift for your team. And it's hard to get those legs going, so the next thing you do is you reach for the stick. He picks up the minor penalty. Red Wing penalty has got to do the job here now. Same thing, Alex Lyon come down before we go down 2-0.
Red Wing penalty kill, their second of the game, brought to you by Corwell Health, a Made in Michigan company, and the new name for Beaumont and Spectrum Health. Michael Markovic and Kelly Sutherland are the referees tonight. Tyson Baker, Trent Knorr handling the line.
Well, you just think of the minor infractions it was. That last one by Watson and the first one by Moritz Seider.
Zibanejad, hard slap shot, top of the left circle on target. You can hear the poof of the pads. Pad saved by Lyon. Panarin dug it loose, swings it around into the right corner. Back to the line, Adam Fox. Now to Zibanejad to Fox over on the right circle for Panarin. Skates into the corner. Pass in front for Vincent Trocheck. He got a one-timer away, and that one's off the glass and into the protective netting.
I mentioned Lafreniere didn't get much on his shot. Vincent Trocheck, he got all of that this shot. What a clever little pass it was again by Artemi Panarin. Looks like he's going to go hard to the net with it. He changed his mind. Little flip saucer pass it back, and a one-timer there by Vincent Trocheck. Thankfully right above the crossbar.
That Trocheck in his career, no matter where he played, always seems to have his best games against Detroit.
Well, he wasn't a great defensive player before, but he's picked that up now. He's a very solid two-way center iceman.
Minute 34 to go on the minor penalty to Watson, 1-0 New York. From the face-off, Seider tied up his man in that far corner when the Zamboni comes out. It's rolled across now, Zibanejad to Fox. He's the quarterback on the power play for New York. Pass to Trocheck, top of the circle now. Here's Zibanejad, his shot block by Mo Seider. Comes right back to Zibanejad. Along the outside rim of the left circle in the Red Wing end to Trocheck. To Zibanejad. He lost the handle of it as Seider took it away and fires it off the stick of Fox and out to center ice.
Zibanejad's looking for his first point of the season. He's also -4. Chris Kreider just could not handle that hard cross-ice pass.
Kreider checked it along the corner boards by Mo Seider. Trocheck picks it up, rolls it back on the line. Panarin, pass down low off the stick of Kreider.
He was going to actually skate backwards out in front. He tried to make that play, and fortunately for the Red Wings, it rolled off the stick before he had it accomplished.
Because Zibanejad rolls it to the line. The Fox swings it over. Panarin moving in, shoots the puck off the glove of Lyon. It ends up in behind the Red Wing goal. Back in the line, Fox, all New York right now, trying to score. Zibanejad. That was a shot pass over to the right side of the ice intended for Kreider. He couldn't handle it. Fox moves into the corner now in the Red Wing zone. To the line of Panarin, off his skate. Challenge there by Mott. Puck comes over to Fox outside rim of the right circle to the line of Panarin. Panarin left circle, Zibanejad one-times it off the glass and the rebound, luckily for Detroit, rebounds back into the Rangers zone.
They started to slowly but quickly up now to 8 shots on goal, the Rangers. What a display of offensive talent we saw there from Artemi Panarin in the offensive zone. The power play messing the Red Wings stay out of the penalty box.
Schneider shoots it in from center. Penalty is over, and the Red Wings are at full strength. Rangers have it, though, in the Red Wing zone. Trouba with a shot from the right point. That's wide of the goal. Watson lays a hit on Schneider along the right side. Now it's settled down by the Red Wings defense. Watson gets the feed, moves out to center ice, and floats that puck into the New York zone, then exits the ice on a chain.
He's a Michigan native, Austin Watson. His best days came early in his career playing for the Nashville Predators.
1-0 Rangers along the left side. Here's a feed pass to the trailer. Trouba dancing in across the line, cuts to his forehand, taking off the puck. Good defensive play by Hall.
There he is again. Solid defensive play, winning a 1-on-1 battle against defenseman Trouba.
Here's Raymond on a 2-on-1 over the line. He tried to center it out in front. Hit Jones, the defenseman, skips to Hedl in the corner. And Hedl tapped it off the stick of Tarasenko, who slowly makes his way back into his own zone and will pick it up in behind the Detroit goal and regroup.
And like Patrick Kane, Vladimir Tarasenko played briefly for the New York Rangers in the playoffs.
4:14 to go, first period here in New York, and the Rangers lead 1-0 on the Lafreniere goal. Tarasenko feed to Kane over the New York line, shoots it into the corner, going in after it there. That is the defenseman Mancini. And now the Rangers bring it ahead, shoot it into the Detroit players' bench, and therefore a whistle. Every time the Red Wings score a goal this season, it will be a DTE Energy, like the Lamp goal. They're looking for their first goal of the hockey game. Timeout, 3:58 to play, first period here at Madison Square Garden. Rangers 1, Red Wings nothing. This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
Jack Dimmer Lincoln on Michigan Avenue has some exciting news. The new 2025 Lincoln Aviator has been thoughtfully redesigned inside and out. Come in and check it out. You can also order the all-new 2025 Lincoln Navigator later this month. It too has been redesigned inside and out and includes a new 48-inch panoramic display. Don't forget we offer a mobile service van, which means we come to you. Visit Jack Dimmer Lincoln on Michigan Avenue in the heart of Dearborn or visit online at dimmerlincoln.net. Imagine a world where technology transforms the way we think about our environment. Welcome to Priority, where we're redefining the future of recycling and cleanliness with cutting-edge tech. Our innovative solutions are designed for those who demand smarter, more efficient ways to care for our planet. We're not just ahead of the curve, we're creating it. Ready to join the revolution? Visit PriorityWaste.com and see how we're setting the new standards in the industry. Priority, where technology meets sustainability.
From Novi to Royal Oak and down to Woodhaven and even Windsor, Ashley has Detroit covered when it comes to affordable, high-quality furniture and unbelievably comfortable mattresses. After nearly 20 years in the community, Ashley is proud to be the first official furniture and mattress partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Shop any of our 7 Metro Detroit locations and mention this partnership to receive 20% off your purchase. Some exclusions apply. Visit us today and help support the Red Wings this season. Only at Ashley.
Fans, Grayson and Red Wings are partnering up for a one-night-only pop-up on October 17th. Score special ticket package that includes an exclusive Grayson and Detroit Red Wings branded hat and early access to a pop-up shop where you can customize your own Grayson hat. Visit DetroitRedWings.com/special offers to score yours today.
Las Vegas Golden Knights have won their first 3 games. They've been playing well. Jack Eichel leads all NHL scorers. He's got 7 points, 1 goal, 6 assists in his first 3 games.
There's Rasmussen over on the right side, going upstairs. Kopp, and a save made by Shesterkin.
Another guy came to Rangers for a playoff run, Andrew Kopp, and that time he almost hurt his former team. Just to not get that backhand shot up high enough past the pad of Igor Shesterkin.
Olimata sets it up, pass in behind the goal to Albert Johansson, racing out to center. Little pop feed ahead. Berggren now to Michael Rasmussen in the corner. He's checked along the boards, helping out Berggren again. Circles in behind the New York goal, taken down, following up Larkin in behind the net. Around the boards to Mo Seider, pinching down low. Swings it around the opposite way. Berggren will pick it up. He is checked from behind, falls to his knees, and the Rangers will bring it back. Jones slides it over. Jones had one of the assists on the Lafreniere goal, set up by Panarin as well. Down to 3 minutes to go in the first period. Rangers lead 1-0. Errant pass travels down the ice. Foot race for the puck. Zibanejad drops it back. Kreider with a shot. It ends up short side, but wide of the target.
Red Wing player got back and deflected that shot to wide. What a perfect backhand centering pass it was. Zibanejad. Kreider in a perfect spot, but broken up nicely by the Red Wings.
Pass out to center. Larkin over the line. One man back. Got a bullet away. Shesterkin the save. Rebound to Brinkett. Pass off the stick of Kane to the trailer. Hall right circle to Kane and behind the New York goal. Patrick Kane cuts out in front. Tried to swing it out in front on the backhand. Broken up. Edmondson holds it in at the line. Now the Rangers will pick it off. And a stretch pass out to center ice to Keandre Miller. He takes it over the Red Wing line. Pushes it away from Hall. Goes in after it with Edmondson in the corner. Edmondson checked by Vincent Trocheck behind the goal. Now the Wings to Brinkett. Backhands it down the ice. Foot race for it. Racing after it. Here's Lucas Raymond. Raymond from an impossible angle took the shot, and Shesterkin made the save. And then after the hit, Raymond was hit behind the net, and his skate blade came off, and now he's down on one knee. Yeah.
He actually reeks of his stick a little bit, and Lucas sort of stepped on the blade of his stick and lost his balance and went down, and hopefully he's going to be all right. That was a smart, sharp angle shot by Lucas Raymond, and that got up against the body in the goalpost, and that could have easily got back in behind Igor Shesterkin.
Well, Shesterkin, he's 28 years old, and he carried the Rangers to within 2 wins of the Stanley Cup final last year.
They've been a good team now for a long time. Just can't get over the hump, but it's not an easy thing to do to win in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Maritza Seider pretty quiet in the opening period, but the numbers stand out. 2 assists, 15 hits, 8 block shots, averaging 26-15. He has been dynamic in the first 2 games of the season for the Detroit Red Wings. And bring that hit stat in comparison, he's got 15 hits. The rest of the Red Wing team has 26. So again, one guy has like 33% of a team hits. That's what he does back there, and he's still our best defenseman.
There's Panarin, back up over the Red Wing line, cuts down the middle, moves it down into the right corner. Trocheck fires it around the board. Schneider with it.
Well, Panarin's going to be one of the best passers in the National Hockey League. Just seems he has eyes in the back of his head. Never seems to make a bad play in the offensive zone.
Puck slid off to the side of the Red Wing goal line, taking no chances, will hang on. He came into the National Hockey League. He was 25 years old. He played with the Chicago Blackhawks, had a terrific year, a couple of seasons with Chicago, then moved over to the Rangers.
Why would they make that deal?
Can't figure it out.
But again, the Blackhawks got rid of Alex DeBrincat, got rid of Patrick Kane, they got rid of Jonathan Toews, and again, they wanted to take it all the way down and build it back up, but I got to give them credit. They move them back quickly, and the Blackhawks are a much improved team this year.
Then at 36 to go in the opening period, 1-0 Rangers. Lafreniere, the goal scorer. From the draw, Kako will pick it up. He's checked in along the end boards by Sider. The puck turned, fired, and that one was knocked away. Cooley took the shot.
He's at the hard-working third line, and Philip Hito couldn't play last year in the playoffs. That really did hurt the New York Rangers, and when healthy, it's one of the better third lines in hockey.
Braden Schneider up to center ice, rolls it over to Trouba, plays it to the Red Wing blue line, and that play was close to being offside, and now the Wings will bring it out to center ice as Rasmussen will dump it off the glass, and he was on his side of the red line, therefore it's icing called against Detroit with 1:04 to go.
Another guy that's actually playing well quality, I think, for Red Wing, especially that last game against Nashville, Joe Veleno. And Veleno's got 5 hits and 4 block shots, and he's been very effective, and his ice time increasing because of it.
He's a good skater, Joe Veleno.
He can do a lot of different things. He can play in the power play, kill penalties, and again, his job description get bigger. Just need a little bit deeper commitment. But again, he was very strong against Nashville. Boy, there's a team that looked so good in paper during the off-season. Nashville dropped their first 2 games looking for their first win.
Panarin with a centering attempt, skipped off his stick almost into the Red Wing net. Now Rasmussen with a minute to go in the period. Front of the Ranger bench, far boards will dump it into the New York end.
I think he did that on purpose, Ken. I actually think there was 3 Red Wings in front. He actually tried to bounce it in off a Red Wing, and it almost worked.
Up over on the right side, skates Mancini, now cuts in with a shot, and he fired it wide of the goal. Maybe Lyon got a piece of it as well. Hall will dump it out to center ice and play that puck into the New York zone. Mancini dropping it back. Trouba up the left side, now to Panarin, feathers it across. Rink wide feed to Panarin. Trocheck down low now, moves it out in front, and that's knocked away by the goaltender Lyon. Here comes Kane back the other way over the Ranger line, trying to win the one-on-one battle. The puck floats off his stick into the corner to Brinkett to hammer it around the boards. Larkin picks it up in the slot to Kane. Drops it for Hall, who moves in. Fakes the shot, cuts wide, centers it out in front, and Dylan Larkin scores! Great play right there by Hall. Larkin scores to tie it up, and there's not much time left on the clock. It's showing zeros. We'll have to wait and see if this will be a good goal.
That's a great effort again by Justin Hall, and again, not known for his offense, but we saw right there a perfect centering pass to Larkin. He's in the slot between the hash marks. He drops down on both knees. He lets it go. And definitely that puck, that goal went in, and it's going to count for the Red Wings. But what a perfect play by Justin Hall.
19:58 will be the official time of the goal. There's 1.1 seconds left on the clock. So Dylan, who has scored in his last 2 hockey games, gets the goal here late in the first period to tie it up for Detroit.
I knew we'd be a better defensive team when Justin Hall got in the lineup. I didn't expect we'd become a better offensive team, but I'm going to tell you, he's been our best defenseman here in the first period, and that was before that perfect centering pass to Dylan Larkin. He's made a lot of good stops on Ranger forwards back in his own zone, but I think he has that attitude. I'm going to show you if I ever get another chance back in the National Hockey League.
Boy, that is a huge goal, Paul, for the Red Wings with 1.1 seconds left. Period comes to a close, and Dylan Larkin ties it up 1-1, and that goal by Dylan is another DTE Energy Light the Lamp tally.
And the shot total say it was a pretty even first period of play, 10 for each team in the first period of play. Both teams had some good moments. Both goaltenders seemed sharp, made some key saves, and still got 40 minutes left in this one. That's a big goal late in the opening period, and those coaches always say don't allow your team to score in the first or last minute of the period. Gets a better chance to win, but the Rangers couldn't help it after that perfect pass by Justin Hall, and I don't think nobody saw that coming.
Shots on goal in the first period, again brought to you by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. 10 shots by the Red Wings, as Paul mentioned, and 10 also for the New York Rangers.
And something to build on now for Detroit. Come back out here in the second and third period, and we'd like to pick up a couple of points in their first road game of the season against one of the better teams in that Metropolitan Division.
The Rangers last year, they won the President's Trophy. They had over 50 wins, and they're projected to win about 53, 54 games again this season. And, you know, Paul, it seems to me like this could be the final kick in the can for this team.
You know, Ken, I have this conversation like lots of people. Like, it's not easy to win. Like, it's just people have this idea that you build the franchise up and then automatically you start winning series and win the Stanley Cup. It doesn't work like that, and sometimes you play good. Look at all the series that go 7 games and you lose by one single goal over 7 games and your season's over. It's not an easy thing to do, and sometimes things have to just go your way, and it can be injuries, it can be all different variables. It's not a perfect science, but I know one thing: the New York Rangers are an outstanding team. Laviolette's a good coach, but as you watch the Red Wings play here in the opening period, we can play and we can stay with the New York Rangers. It's a solid period by both teams.
Yeah, good defensively by the Red Wings, and Lyon made some good saves and goals. So did Shesterkin, for that matter.
Yeah, exactly right. Both goaltenders had to be tested out there, but just more good work by Justin Hall. But again, the Wings just much better back inside their blue line, limiting the scoring chances for the most part from the opposing team.
Hey, fans, grab your laser sabers and gather the Stormtroopers for Star Wars night at Little Caesars Arena. Watch the Red Wings battle the New Jersey Devils on October 24th and enjoy in-game activations and the chance to get pictures with your favorite characters. The Force is with us, Hockeytown. Visit DetroitRedWings.com/tickets today.
And that top line for Detroit had some good shifts. Dylan Larkin gets the goal to tie it up, but both DeBrincat, Patrick Kane, and Larkin all had some good looks in the first 20 minutes.
Lafreniere for the Rangers, Larkin for Detroit. 1-1 tie after 20 minutes here at Madison Square Garden. Our first period break is brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Dustin Fiocco is in our 1-800-CALL-SAM studios tonight. He's coming up next. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
This truck season, think about all the things you can do in a Chevy truck. You'll be able to, or you can even just, with impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and multiple powertrains, Chevy trucks have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. Chevy, official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings.
After beating colon cancer, I'm turning setbacks into comebacks. I am Henry.
I'm pain-free and at full strength after spine surgery. I am Henry.
A life-saving delivery ensured my shift could continue. I am Henry.
When you need care to get you back on your game, trust the only care team chosen as the official team physicians for the Detroit Red Wings. Henry Ford Health. We are Henry.
Wings fans looking for the best poker? Well, the puck stops here. PokerStars is America's #1 poker app. With more games, more players, more chances to win, and the most generous rewards program in the game. New customers get $100 in free play. Download the app and sign up today. 21 plus and present in Michigan. Opt-in and poker wager required within 5 days of sign-up. Bonus issued is not withdrawable poker tournament tickets and casino site credit that expires in 7 days. See terms at PokerStars.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need. And will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
Hey, it's Ken Cal, voice of the Red Wings. There's a homegrown squad that's been around even longer than the Wings. Rose Pest Solutions turned pro over 160 years ago and has dominated pests ever since. Rose safeguards your home or business against pests like bedbugs, cockroaches, rodents, and spiders. Their technicians are also equipped to meet all safety regulations. That's why Rose is an official partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call Rose at 800-966-ROSE or go to rosepestsolutions.com.
Dustin Fiocco in the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio. Red Wings with their first road game of the season and in search of their second win on the season. They play in the historic Madison Square Garden against the Rangers. Let's recap the first 20 minutes. It's your first period scoring summary, and it is brought to you by Dynatrace. Cloud done right. Alex Lyon with his first start in net of the season. He ends up sacrificing the first goal of the game. Lafreniere with the slap shot goal.
There's a shot over on the right circle, and Lafreniere beats the goaltender Lyon for the first game. Lafreniere was set up in the right circle by Panarin, and it's 1-0 New York.
Lafreniere, his second of the season. That is the lone goal of this game. Well, at least that's what my notes say. You figure all scoring is pretty much done when the clock hits 0 on the period, but Captain Dylan Larkin says otherwise.
Larkin picks it up in the slot to Kane. Drops it for Hall, who moves in. Fakes the shot, cuts wide, centers it out in front, and Dylan Larkin scores! Great play right there by Hall. Larkin scores to tie it up, and there's not much time left on the clock.
Not much time left on the clock, indeed. They did have to check the time to make sure it was a good goal. Indeed, that was netted with time to spare, and that knots us up at 1 apiece in New York. Let's take a look at some other numbers on the game. Shots also knotted even, 10 apiece, 10 for the Wings, 10 for the Rangers. Face-off in favor of New York. They're outdoing Detroit 12-7. A couple power plays already for New York. They are 0 for 2. Red Wings get a chance on the man advantage as well. They come up empty, 0 for 1. Both teams doing well on the penalty kill. And Detroit out-hitting New York 6-3 on the body checks. All of those numbers, they do equate to a very evenly paced hockey game and an evenly scored hockey game. Right now, we sit at a 1-1 tie after 20 minutes. And up next, we will be speaking with Ken Cal. We'll get his thoughts on the game next on the Red Wings Radio Network.
When it comes to getting behind a winning team, look no further than your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Whether you're north, south, east, or west, there's a Metro Detroit Chevy dealer in your neighborhood supporting their communities. From their quarterly donation drives to supporting youth sports, they're showing their gratitude while helping to make a difference. And that's why your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers are the team that's changing the game. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
As the official partner of the Detroit Red Wings, Enterprise is ready to go the extra mile. We're dedicated to the most dedicated fans in the game. And with us on your team, you can move forward with confidence knowing we've got your back. We're always available with mobility solutions. Whether you need a rental, replacement, truck, or even tailored business strategies, at Enterprise, your goal is our goal. And we're ready with the assist.
Ugh, Brocules, we're gonna have such bodacious bugs this summer.
Most definitely, Brosidon, but I gotta work on this 4-pack.
Don't you mean 6-pack?
No. I mean this 4-pack of the new Crazy Puffs from Little Caesars. They're 4 fun-sized puffs packed with cheese and pepperoni. Everyone's trying them.
Can you spot me?
Oh, sorry, Bromano. These are Dunskies. Walk in between 4 and 8 for your hot and ready favorites like $3.99 Crazy Puffs at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Plus tax where applicable. Available at participating locations. Prices may vary. Prices higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and third-party online sites.
Roofman for all your roofing needs for 3 generations. Go to roofmanusa.com or call 734-662-3300.
Dustin Fiocco in the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio. Red Wings and Rangers tied up at 1 apiece after the first period of play. Right now, we are going to pause 10 seconds for station identification.
Before, during,
wrist far side, shoots deflected, they score!
Hockey lives here. Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
And at this time, we are going to take you back to New York. Standing by, I've got Ken Cal with me. Ken, how you doing tonight?
Doing good, Dustin, and it was a late goal by Dylan Larkin. Boy, that was a big goal for the Red Wings as they tie up this hockey game 1-1. I thought the Red Wings really played a solid first period and looked pretty sharp again. Back-to-back games for the Red Wings now, and they've looked good in the last 4 periods of play.
Very sharp looking today, especially against a good Rangers team. And speaking of looking sharp, Alex Lyon, his first start of the season, tested early with 10 shots in that period. What do you like about his game thus far?
Well, he seems like he's covering his angles, and the shot by Lafreniere got by him. It was a good shot, a good feed by Panarin. Not much fault that you could give the Red Wing goaltender on that one, but I thought he's played really well. And Paul and I were talking about after the first game of the season, Pittsburgh beat the Red Wings 6-3. Wings had a really good first period, then I don't know what happened in the second and third. They weren't playing well defensively, but they certainly turned it around and played really solid defensively in that game against the Nashville Predators in that 3-0 victory. And I thought for the most part in the opening period, again, defensively, the Red Wings played well again. So 4 good periods of hockey for the Red Wings and all tied up. And this is a good team, this New York Ranger team. I read a lot of publications in the offseason, and a lot of the prognosticators are saying this team could win 54, 55 games this year. So they certainly have a loaded lineup, very talented on the blue line, and they're going to give a lot of teams fits this year, that's for sure, the New York Rangers.
Now, you brought up the struggles for the Red Wings in that first game. Obviously, somebody who had a not-so-great game, Billy Husso, he was placed on waivers. Is that a sign that we're starting to get an idea of how this Red Wing goaltending situation is going to shape out for the season?
No, still, I think one of the reasons why that Ville was put on waivers, too, is because they needed some salary cap help, and they wanted to bring up Watson here. And right now, they just don't have, I think they're right at the top of the cap. I'd have to double-check that, but it was a situation where they needed to send somebody down or put somebody on waivers, so they elected to put Ville on waivers. So, he cleared. He's still with the organization, and we'll have to wait and see, but I still think the Red Wings are going to use that 3-goaltender system.
Now, going from goaltending to goal scoring, we got another year now with Alex DeBrincat, Patrick Kane getting more used to this Red Wings offense. Are you starting to see them gel a little bit more after playing together as a season and looking ahead to season number 2?
Yeah, sometimes it takes them forwards to get going and to get the chemistry going as well, and I'm not really concerned with guys like Raymond or Kane or Dylan Larkin or any of those top scorers for Detroit, DeBrincat. It just seems like at the end of the season, the cream always rises to the top, and they're going to get their numbers. They're going to get their goals. They're going to get their points. And I guess basically what I'm concerned about, and it's not really concerned, I just want this team to play better defensively, and that's the goal going into the season. If you can get your save percentage, your goaltending and team save percentage above 90%, you have a good chance of making the playoffs. And that's where this Red Wing team is right now. I think last year they had the offense to kind of outscore their mistakes last year, but this year they want to really put an emphasis on playing better in their own zone. That means the forwards coming back, the defensemen blocking people out in front, boxing them out, and also getting good goalkeeping. So if the Red Wings can play solid defensively like they've shown in the first period here tonight and also in those 3 periods against the Nashville Predators, they can beat anybody in the National Hockey League, in my opinion.
Now, you mentioned names like Raymond and Larkin getting their numbers on offense this year. Do you have any early predictions about some surprise players that might have a big impact on this team this season?
Well, I'm looking at a guy like Simon Edvinsson, maybe not offensively in that category, but just playing solid in his own zone. He's got a long reach. He seems like he's a very good skater. And when he's on his game, he can really move the puck up the ice. And I think that's what the Red Wings need from him is a puck-moving type defenseman, a guy who's smart in his own zone. And as I mentioned, he's got that long reach, and he can cover a lot of ground in front of whatever goaltender's in net for Detroit. So I'm looking at him to really continue to take steps forward. And I think he'll have a good season this year, and he continues to improve. He's not going to learn overnight. It's a learning process when you're playing every day in the National Hockey League. But I think he's an up-and-coming defenseman that'll be here for a long time, and he'll really pay dividends down the road for Detroit.
All right, hope so. Thank you for the time, Ken. We will get back to you for period number 2 in just a few.
All right, Dustin.
And once again, the Red Wings tied up with the Rangers 1-1 after the first period. We'll get you out for that second period shortly after we take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard next on the Red Wings Radio Network.
Rocket met with first-time home buyers to get real about buying a home.
When you don't understand the process, you don't know what steps to take.
Money is just scary to begin with.
There's so many question marks.
I wish there was like a home ownership coach out there.
My name's Austin. I'm an executive at Rocket. We're doing a lot, but we can do more just listening to you today.
Get real solutions to real concerns. Call 800-4ROCKET.
Rocket Mortgage LLC, LMLS number 33, LMLSconsumeraccess.org, equal housing lender license in all 50 states.
We are Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Red Wings. For over 70 years, Feiger Law has been your hometown team of trial lawyers for auto crashes, truck accidents, birth trauma, and injuries due to medical malpractice. Let our team of homegrown trial lawyers win big for you. Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Red Wings. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
At McLaren, we know that when you need emergency care, the waiting room is the last place you want to be. Which is why we offer online check-in for non-life-threatening conditions, so you can check into your local McLaren ER right from your home. Just visit mclaren.org/ER and select a time that fits your schedule. The next time you need expert ER care, check in online, so the waiting room can be your living room. That's mclaren.org/ER.
J.P. Weiser's Canadian Whiskey is a proud partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Sure, we could have teamed up with Toronto, or Montreal, or even Ottawa. But we'd rather support our neighbors across the river, because we've been doing things our way since 1857. So grab a bottle of our smooth, new 10-year-old whiskey and taste what it means to be wisely done.
Save time every time when you use online check-in for a great haircut at Great Clips, proud partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Download our app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips, it's gonna be great.
Dustin Fiocco in the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio. After one, Wings won, Rangers won. We will get you back out for that second period in just a few. Right now, let's check in on your out-of-town scoreboard. It's brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Buy, sell, finance, and save. Some finals to check in on. Panthers beat out the Bruins 4-3. Pair of goals from Lundell and Reinhart secure the Florida victory. Talk about high scoring. 15 goals seen in Ottawa, with the Senators snagging an 8-7 overtime victory over the Kings. And Utah Hockey Club, they suffer their first loss of the season. This one is shut out. The Devils win that 3-0. Going to get you back out to MSG, where we have Ken Cal, Paul Woods standing by for second period action.
All right, Dustin, thanks a lot. Both the Red Wings and the New York Rangers return to the ice surface. Paul, big goal by Dylan Larkin with 1.1 seconds remaining in that opening period, set up by Justin Hall, and it's 1-1 after 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, Dylan Larkin had the most ice time of any forward for the Red Wings in that opening period. He was 7 minutes and 29 seconds, but just a perfect pass by Justin Hall. And again, we know about the defense. He's outstanding that way, so was Mott on that opening period of play, but that was a pretty good pass, wide open Larkin, who just got there in time past Igor Shesterkin. Very good, very important late goal to tie it at 1 goal apiece.
Well, almost hit the 8-minute mark as far as playing time in that opening period. Tonight's second period brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Jack Demmer Ford and Jack Demmer Lincoln. Discover the Demmer difference.
Another defenseman quietly playing well is that Ben Charrot led all Red Wing players 8 minutes and 18 seconds. Here come the Rangers quickly back on the attack, 2-on-2. What a good glove save by Alex Lyon.
That was Hedel, who raced right down the middle of the ice, and he got to the high slot right out in front of Lyon, ripped the wrist shot to the front of the Red Wing goal, and Lyon with a glove save.
Now, he's one of the reasons why the Rangers didn't go deeper in the playoffs, Philip Hedel. He had a concussion problem last year and tried to play and couldn't have played, but he is definitely one of the top third-line center icemen in the National Hockey League when healthy, so that's another strength of the Ranger team again this season.
Face-off coming up circle to the left of Alex Lyon. We've played 17 seconds of the second period. From the draw, the puck off of the stick of Trocheck to Edvinsson. He'll tap it out to center ice, and now shot back in by Lafreniere and behind the goal. Second effort, Lyon played it away from an oncoming Ranger.
That was a good poke check by Alex Lyon. He saw the Ranger players going to get there and quickly turned back towards the corner and knocked it off his stick.
Edvinsson shovels it out to Raymond at center ice. Raymond dumps it into the Ranger zone. Schneider hustles in after it. Now on the reverse to Jones. Tied up and along the boards. Comes up the right side, and Lafreniere to tap it. Center ice circle. Got it ahead to Lafreniere, and he'll fire it around the boards. Lyon stops it behind his net. Throws it into the corner. Trocheck hit hard by Ben Charrot. Now Trocheck worked it to the right point. Fox dumped it in. Charrot stole the puck. Fox now from the line, down low, a centering attempt into the corner. Fox moves it back towards the blue line, shoveled over on the left side of the ice. Rangers in the middle of a change. They've got it in the Red Wing zone. Fox again hanging onto the puck, watched by Larkin. Swings it over to Keandre Miller off a stick into the high slot. And the Wings come back 3-on-2. They got numbers and they don't have a stick. One of those Rangers over the line. Here's Larkin pulling it to the trailer to break it. He's hooked, and a penalty coming up. Kane tried to score short side. That one ends up over on the right side. Red Wings get the extra attacker on. Here's a one-time effort by DeBrincat. It off his stick, rolls to the line. Red Wings settle it down. They've got 6 attackers on the ice. Raymond, now to Kane, middle of the blue line. Finds traffic down the left circle, drops it off to Lucas Raymond. Shoots the puck, looking for a tip out in front by DeBrincat. It was wide of the goal. The Red Wings still control.
Zibanejad has no stick. He's had no stick now for 30 seconds. Smart play. The Red Wings be patient now and take advantage of that.
Kane now to the blue line to Raymond. Raymond in the high slot. Worked it down low to Larkin, who bumped it off the boards. It comes out the center, and the Red Wings are going to have to regroup here.
And Zibanejad goes to the bench. He probably could have made a change. He grabbed the stick, and he's coming back into the play.
Now the puck finally touched along the near wing by Adam Fox, and now the Red Wings will go on the power play for the second time tonight.
Yeah, it was a dangerous situation. Wings had a chance to take the lead early here in period number 2, and now they'll enjoy another power play opportunity.
New York Rangers penalty number 20, 2 minutes for hooking.
That is Kreider off for hooking.
He's a big, strong power forward, one of the strongest forwards in the National Hockey League, Chris Kreider. He's been a very potent goal scorer for the Rangers these last 4 or 5 years.
2:23, the time of the penalty to Kreider in case you're keeping score of this at home. And hooking is the call. Red Wing go on the power play. And it's brought to you by Carbliss, the preferred ready-to-drink cocktail of your Detroit Red Wings.
Man, the Red Wings like to move that puck around quickly and precisely in the power play and get the 4 penalty killers moving a little bit. Look for that open man. JT Compher's out there with Dylan Larkin, Lucas Raymond, Moritz Seider, Patrick Kane.
From the face-off, it's bumped back to the blue line. Seider wakes his way into the slot, drops it off. Here's Raymond. Now to Seider. Back to Raymond, top of the circle, playing catch with it. Now at Larkin. Raymond scoots down low behind the New York goal, stumbles a little bit, shovels it in front, and Shesterkin made the save, trying to jam it home was Compher.
JT Compher's got the 1 goal. Almost gets a second there, was down tight. Tried to let it to go, but somehow Shesterkin able to make that to save. Rangers had 4 players back, defending well.
Coming into tonight's game, the Rangers have allowed 1 power play goal on 7 times short.
And Jacob Trouba probably saved a goal right there. Big, strong, rugged defenseman. Well, his name was mentioned quite often in the offseason about rumors, maybe getting traded away from the New York Rangers. He's the captain of the team. I didn't see why that would be happening. 1 year left on his contract. Could become a free agent this summer.
Trouba out there in that penalty-killing role as Dylan Larkin hunched over, won the draw. Seider got it back to Kane. Kane lugs it over to the left circle. Down low, centers it in front. Compher with a chance, Shesterkin the save. Kane turns, fires, and that's stopped. 2 good chances by Detroit. Rangers clear it over the glass and into the crowd, and I believe that touched the glass, so no minor penalty for delay of the game.
Just imagine Patrick Kane, that offensive zone. He gets that puck on his stick, and the opposing team almost seems like they stopped skating. He just seems like he has a way to get to the net. Quick little centering pass. Wings miss that chance, and Kane picks it back up the other side and almost beat Igor Shesterkin from a sharp angle. With JT Compher down in front again. Just amazing how he can get the pass past the 2 defensemen and on the stick of JT Compher.
Compher tried to poke that one between Shesterkin's pads, but at the last second he closed them to make the save.
And give Shesterkin credit too. After that scoring chance by Compher, he quickly got across and got up against that goalpost and took the scoring chance away from Patrick Kane.
Minute and a half to go on the Red Wing man advantage. Wings get some good looks here early on the power play from the draw. Trouba has it and behind his own goal. Outlets it out to center ice, was intended for Riley Smith, but it was behind him and travels back into the Red Wing end.
We had some great seasons with the Florida Panthers, Riley Smith, but especially the Vegas Golden Knights. He won the Stanley Cup there. That was a good pickup in the offseason by the Rangers.
Wings are attacking right to left. Raymond brings it down the middle to Kane over the line, now to JT Compher. Skates left circle, dropping it back now. The trailer Seider plays it off a Rangers stick to Raymond. Raymond settles it down, moves it in behind the goal to Dylan Larkin. Back to Raymond, left circle. Raymond moves in, shoots a wrist shot, trying to catch Shesterkin, but he blocked it, and the Rangers pick it off in the corner. Trouba finds the opening to lay it down the ice.
He blocked it, but I actually think it probably hit him. He actually got it right on the top of the mast that time. What a smart play it was by Raymond. Looked like he was going to pass it last minute. He turned and fired and almost gave the Wings the lead.
Red Wings break back into the New York zone, trying to take the lead. Game tied 1-1. 30 seconds to go on the Red Wing power play. Seider turned it over. Trocheck, then he didn't clear it out. Here's a pass out in front, knocked down with a high stick. And Shesterkin comes up, reaches over his head with a glove hand save.
Robbing Alex DeBrincat, wild scramble down in front. What a save by Igor Shesterkin. Easily his best of the night. Wings were that close to taking the lead. Another shot that totals were tied after 20 minutes of play, but the Wings taking advantage of that power play. Up to 16 shots on goal, and not a better save so far for Shesterkin, robbing Alex DeBrincat.
Well, Raymond knocked it down with a high stick, but it hit the goaltender. So that keeps the play alive, and then the Red Wings had the golden chance. DeBrincat trying to score.
It even makes the save more dynamic, and again, the puck was down low and went out in just a one-time by Alex DeBrincat, but somehow he read it perfectly and made the save and gave up no rebound.
20 seconds left, the Red Wing man advantage. They've been dangerous on this power play. Game tied 1-1 early in the second. DeBrincat over the blue line on to Michael Rasmussen to DeBrincat in the corner. Rolls it around the boards. It's intercepted by Trocheck, and here they come 2-on-1 over the line. Short-handed. Trocheck gets the feed to the trailer, moving in. Schneider with a shot, and he whistled it wide of the goal. Penalty is over. Rangers are at full strength, but here comes Tarasenko over the line to DeBrincat. Pass across for Rasmussen, broken up. Fox took a whack at it. Now it's kept in by DeBrincat, who rolls it down into the corner. Fox took it away from Tarasenko, finds open ice at his own blue line to lift it to the Detroit line. Pass across, moves into the corner. Fox down low. Fires that puck off a skate, and that one ends up in the protective netting in behind Lyon and the Red Wing goal.
And lots of good chances early on here in the second period. Over Detroit, Igor Shesterkin has definitely been the Rangers' best player in period number 2, keeping it a 1-1 tie.
Speaking of defensemen, in scoring, Rasmus Anderson of the Flames and Shea Theodore of Vegas. They lead the National Hockey League defensemen in scoring. Each has 5 points.
Boy, that Rasmus Anderson, what a game he had last night. He had 3 points for the Calgary Flames in that victory. He has been outstanding this year, and one of the reasons why they had such a surprising start in Calgary.
11:15 to play, second period. Glad you're tuned in to Red Wings hockey on this Monday night from New York. Lafreniere opened the scoring from Panarin and Jones at 11:45 of the first. Dylan Larkin at 19:58 from Hall and Kane. That tied it up for the Red Wings. Alexis Lafreniere in for the faceoff deep in the Detroit zone. Circle to the left of Alex Lyon. Now Koppel going for the draw. Rangers win the faceoff. Left side Jones fires it wide of the goal. Panarin bounced it off the end boards. Mott to chase it down and tap it out to center ice. Jones swings it over and unable to control it. Mancini as he goes into the corner boards. Checked by Joe Veleno. Veleno comes out of the pile, makes it out to the blue line. Sider barely held it in. Now Lafreniere steals. Quickly to Panarin, in over the blue line. Cuts inside, reaching for the puck. Hooked on the play, a penalty coming up to Detroit.
Ben Chirot lost his stick. Watch out, this is a dangerous situation here for the Rangers.
Mancini goes down, lost the puck, and that allows Kopp to touch it. But now a power play opportunity for the New York Rangers.
And Mancini's dad to coach college hockey in the Michigan area. Michigan State, Ferris State, a mistake that time of the young defenseman. If he's patient, hangs on the puck. The Wings are in a world of trouble with Ben Chirot back in the blue line with no stick. Now it's another power play for the Rangers coming up as Ben Chirot gets a 2-minute call for hooking.
Time of the penalty to Ben Chirot, 5:26. Red Wing penalty kill coming up is brought to you by Corewell Health, a made-in-Michigan company, and the new name for Beaumont and Spectrum Health. I thought the Red Wing power play was pretty good that last time.
They have no problem in the power play. They move that puck as well as any team in the National Hockey. It's a 5-on-5 play. They got to get to better, but they've been sound and strong defensively here against the Rangers tonight.
All right, Panarin left side, a shot. Lyon made the save on that drive by Zibanejad from the left circle, the one-time shot. From the blue line, Fox again. Make that Panarin, rolls it over to the left side of the ice, and now it's deflected out of play, and in behind the Detroit goal in the protective netting.
See, there's an offensive player that's struggling, Mika Zibanejad, and again, he tried to force the issue there. He can't get that puck through. He tried to make a difficult play instead of just giving it back to Fox in the middle of the ice and move it around and try for a different look. But he's trying to force the issue, trying to get a point, pick up a goal and assist, and that's what happens when you try to do that.
Faceoff remains in the Detroit zone. This time circled to the right of Alex Lyon. Larkin skates over and has some words with teammate Comfer and Sider.
There's not many guys like him in the NHL. Dylan Larkin and center ice, and he plays in both the power play, kills penalties. He can do it all for the Red Wings. One of the reasons why he's the team captain.
Larkin bent over at the waist, gets the stick down. Trocheck trying to win it. And the Red Wings pounded out of harm's way, and that went all the way down the ice into the New York end.
Yeah, we had 2 center icemen out there, still do. JT Comfer, the other penalty killer.
6 minutes gone by, second period. Game tied 1-1. Rangers on the power play for minute 25. Trocheck into the Red Wing zone. Pass across, broken up by Comfer. It was intended for Kreider. Kreider bats it out of midair to Panarin in the right corner.
That's a great defensive read by JT Comfer.
Back in the line, Fox holds it in, middle of the blue line. Sweeps it over to Panarin. Back to Fox. Shoots the puck. Tipped wide of the goal. Right out in front, Kreider trying to score on the deflection.
He's the best tipper right now in the National Hockey. Loves this power play situation, Chris Kreider.
Here's Fox now moving into the right face-off circle, taking his time. Looking over the situation, slides it to the left circle, shot taken, blocking it, Comfer as Zibanejad tried to score from the top of the left circle. Now it's bounced to the blue line, away from Panarin. He's got to pick it up now at center ice. The Breadman lays it ahead to Fox in over the blue line, stopped by Olli Maatta, 2-on-1 developing the other way, Maatta and Larkin. Maatta moves in, shoots the puck, Shesterkin the save, the rebound, Maatta just puts that puck in along the end boards, buying more time. And Zibanejad to lift it ahead. The Rangers come out of their own zone with a puck.
He's another guy who doesn't get enough attention back in the blue line for what he does. Olli Maatta's an outstanding shift there on that Ranger power play and led a 2-on-1, but read perfectly by the Rangers. Took the pass away from Dylan Larkin and forced Olli Maatta to shoot it coming down that left side.
Ito lost the puck. Mott stole it, drops it back, and Edmondson to drill it all the way down the ice. That should do it as Sherrod is standing up in that Red Wing penalty box. Hito brings it back in across the Red Wing line. Drops it off right circle for Capo Caco, and now it's sent out in front of the goal. Back to the blue line, swept over. Hito with a shot low to the ice. That hit the side of the Red Wing goal. Red Wings force it out to center ice. Lafreniere, Mott trying to steal the puck away from him. Finally chipped ahead. Caco picking it up at the Ranger blue line. So the penalty killers do the job. Rangers a little bit dangerous at times, and now an errant pass. Unable to control it, Tarasenko, but down the ice first is Veleno. He centers it out in front, but it pinballs away from Tarasenko.
2 saves in this last shift by Alex Lyon. The first one, the best one, robbing Riley Smith. He was alone down in front. Defensive breakdown by the Red Wings, and Alex Lyon made his save of the game right there.
Carrick in behind the Detroit goal. Had it swept away by Ben Sherrod, who finds Raymond with a pass. Raymond bumped it over the line to Joe Veleno. Moves into the New York zone. Got the shot away. It's blocked. And now Raymond steals the puck and working over his man. And now we've got a hooking call coming up. Let's see if it's to the Rangers.
It's against the Rangers. Again, not a good call. The Red Wings will take it. The second power play chance of the second period. A chance to snap this 1-1 tie.
Now tonight's game is brought to you by Meijer, the official grocer of the Detroit Red Wings radio network. Hooking the call. We'll be back with the Red Wing power play in a moment. 11:37 to go. We're in the second period here in New York tonight. It's the Red Wings 1 and the Rangers 1. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
Hey hockey fans, get ready to launch your game day experience to another dimension with Tangerine Space Machine, the out-of-this-world hazy IPA brewed by our friends at New Holland Brewing in Holland, Michigan. Tangerine Space Machine is a can of intergalactic hazy goodness that is smooth, easy drinking, and just the right kick of citrus. And if you love Tangerine Space Machine, don't miss out on the cosmic flavors of Peach Space Machine, both available throughout Little Caesars Arena and featured at the New Holland Bar inside the 1701 pub on the mezzanine level outside Portal 57. Let's go Wings.
Imagine a world where technology transforms the way we think about our environment. Welcome to Priority, where we're redefining the future of recycling and cleanliness with cutting-edge tech. Our innovative solutions are designed for those who demand smarter, more efficient ways to care for our planet. We're not just ahead of the curve, we're creating it. Ready to join the revolution? Visit PriorityWaste.com and see how we're setting the new standards in the industry. Priority, where technology meets sustainability.
It's alive! Wallside Windows has built a monster of an offer. 80 months, no interest with no down payment. Or save an extra 20% off when you pay cash. Plus half off every window you buy. We've created our best offer yet. You'll save thousands, and installation is guaranteed by the holidays. 80 months, no interest. Call Wallside today. 1-800-521-7800 or go to wallside.com.
Last time the Red Wings had the man advantage, they had some good looks on Igor Shesterkin. Game tied 1-1, 11:37 to go in the second period. This Red Wings power play is brought to you by Carbless, the preferred ready-to-drink cocktail of your Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah, the Rangers on paper are the better power play in the National Hockey, one of the best in the National Hockey. Boy, the Wings really move that puck quickly and precisely. Big face-off come up against for Dylan Larkin. He's played a lot so far for the Red Wings.
Raymond pushed it back, helping out Patrick Kane, settles it down. Then he turned it over, and it's lifted by Zibanejad the length of the ice. Sider picks it up from Lyon. Wings are attacking right to left here in the second period, trying to get their first lead of the hockey game on the power play.
They got Mika Zibanejad a long time ago from the Ottawa Senators. Not a good trade, obviously, for Ottawa.
Here's Comfer skating into the right circle, moving it back in the line to Mo Sider. Now to Larkin, top of the left face-off circle, down low, feed past Raymond to the blue line, Sider. Sider surveys the situation, now shoots the puck through traffic on the doorstep, Comfer, but the save made by Shesterkin.
He just quietly goes about his business, JT Comfer, and again, not much fanfare, but there's very few center ice in the National Hockey that both play in the power play and kill penalties, but quietly JT Comfer is one of those guys. Vincent Trocheck actually led his team in ice time, had 3 shots in the opening period, and you can see that head coach Peter Laviolette believes deeply in him. He puts him out there in every situation.
Faceoff moves over to the other circle now, far circle in the New York zone. Larkin in for the faceoff. Now he's waved out. And Sider moves over towards the right point, and now Comfer will take the draw. From the faceoff, rolls into the corner. Rangers get there first and wheel it all the way down the ice.
It's Keandre Miller. It's a big, strong defenseman back there. Used his body to get Dylan Larkin positioning on him, and that'll take some valuable time off the clock as Moritz Sider slowly comes out of his own zone.
Game tied 1-1, almost halfway through the period. Here's Larkin, left circle, cuts inside, and at the last second, Trouba got his stick on it. Little help there from Trocheck as well, and Trocheck just delivers it down the ice.
He got a break right there, Jacob Trouba. He was reaching, and Dylan Larkin pulled it back to his body and let it to go, but unfortunately, he blocked that shot with the stick and took the scoring chance away from the Wings.
Here comes Tarasenko with a feed over the line is DeBrincat. Now to Berggren to Tarasenko in behind the goal, shovels it in the corner. Berggren tied up by 2 Rangers, goes down, and now Schneider will pick up the loose puck. Short-handed, wheel it over now to Fox. Back to Schneider over the line, left circle with a shot, and he fired it wide to the short side of the Red Wing goal. A short-handed opportunity for the Rangers. Sherratt will pick it up, wheel it in behind his own goal to Alex DeBrincat.
It was nice that passing between Schneider and Adam Fox, back and forth a couple of times. And Schneider had a chance down the left side. Now, when you're short-handed, for sure, you definitely want to get that shot on goal. You miss the net, goes around the glass, bad things can happen.
Tarasenko's centering attempt hit Fox. Tarasenko got it back on the line. Sherratt right circle feed. Here's a drive by Berggren. Into the corner, rebound Tarasenko down low, cuts out in front, trying to jam it home, and Shesterkin holds that pad along the left goal post and smothers the puck.
You knew he wanted to be back in goal after giving up 6 goals in the previous game. Igor Shesterkin against the Utah Hockey Club, but he's been rock steady, allowing just 1 goal now on 17 shots by the Red Wings in the first 2 periods.
Penalty is over, and the Rangers are at full strength. 9:35 to go in the second period. It's a 1-1 tie here at Madison Square Garden between the Red Wings and the New York Rangers. This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
When your goal is a new automobile, there's no better call to make than North Brothers Ford in Wesleyan. They've received the prestigious President's Award over 23 times. It's the only Ford dealership on Ford Road, and they've been conducting business for over 87 years. Stop by today and check out their league-leading selection of F-150s, Broncos, Expeditions, Mustangs, and so much more. Their certified salespeople are committed to providing the ultimate customer service, and highly trained technicians will ensure you get the very most out of the life of your vehicle. Score big with the North Brothers Ford team today.
Dearborn brand products are a taste of tradition, and we support the Wings because nobody represents tradition better in sports. Fall is here, and Dearborn brand would like to help you celebrate Oktoberfest and the beginning of hockey season with the same great sausage and hot dogs served at Little Caesars Arena. Available all over Metro Detroit and at our Dearborn and Roseville factory stores. Visit DearbornBrand.com for locations near you and to see our mouth-watering selection of hams, sausage, hot dogs, and snacks. Remember, it's DearbornBrand.com.
Hey, it's Ken Cal, voice of the Red Wings. There's a homegrown squad that's been around even longer than the Wings. Rose Pest Solutions turned pro over 160 years ago and has dominated pests ever since. Rose safeguards your home or business against pests like bedbugs, cockroaches, rodents, and spiders. Their technicians are also equipped to meet all safety regulations. That's why Rose is an official partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Pest problem? Rose is the solution. Call Rose at 800-966-ROSE or go to rosepestsolutions.com. Hey, Red Wing fans, get ready for a Hockey Town Fall Tailgate on Sunday, October 27th. Enjoy a pregame party presented by Bud Light at Little Caesars Arena before your Red Wings take on Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers. Don't miss out on all the fall activities. And be sure to get your tickets today at DetroitRedWings.com/tickets. Just looking over the plus-minus numbers for McDavid and Draisaitl. Combined, they're -9.
Jay Woodcroft lost his job last year because they went 2-8 in the first 10 games. Now Chris Knobloch took over, took him to Stanley Cup Finals. A shot from the left point by Simon Evanson. Quietly, Evanson had a strong game here tonight. He's made very few mistakes back there. Seems very comfortable playing with Justin Hall.
Trocheck will backhand it softly into the corner in the New York end. Now it's out to center ice, and Watson will feed it ahead to Joe Veleno in over the blue line. Veleno dumped it in behind the goal to Mott, who'll pick it up in the bottom of the right circle, twisting and turning to try and get away from Jones. All into the corner, muscles that puck along the end boards, and now scooping it up is Mancini. Watched by Joe Veleno. Berggren knocked the puck away from Mancini, cuts to the side of the goal, in front, power move, chance now, shot wide of the goal by Edmondson, who read it. He came in from the blue line. Now look out, the Rangers come back. Panarin with a feed pass to Vincent Trocheck. Swings it in front for Panarin, and it was off a Red Wing stick to the far board.
Boy, Simon Evanson just did miss, and just great work for the Red Wing forwards that time, getting the puck away from defenseman Mancini, and a bang-bang play, and the Wings just did miss taking the 2-1 lead.
Here's Kopp with it for Detroit. Bumped it up the wing to Rasmussen. Foot race with Keandre Miller. They skate in behind the New York goal, helping out for Detroit. It's bumped to the blue line. Oli Mata looking for a screenshot, fires it wide of the goal. That was deflected out in front of Shesterkin.
I remember Michael Rasmussen maybe knocked it down. He was cross-checked soft from behind. No call from either referee. That was Vincent Trocheck.
Rasmussen marches in behind the New York goal, wraps it around, sends it out in front of the goal, and it's knocked away, and Trocheck banks the puck off the boards and out to center ice.
Well, Jonathan Berggren, quick little centering pass, almost gave the Wings the lead. Detroit definitely carrying the play here now in the second period.
7:50 to go in the second period. Game tied 1-1. Up across the line, the Rangers now moving into the right circle, and misfiring was the player Capo Caco. It goes around the boards to the left point, held in.
That's a very good third line. They've been held in check by the Red Wings. That was a good defensive play by Detroit.
Puck back and batted into the New York zone and scooping it up for Detroit. Patrick Kane now gets it to DeBrincat with a shot, and that's off a Rangers stick over the top of the goal.
He's had a couple of great chances to DeBrincat. He was the guy that made the good defensive play back inside his blue line. Another example there. Good defense leads to good offense.
Here comes DeBrincat shoveling over. Kane now to Larkin in the slot with a shot, and that's over the crossbar.
He was off balance, Igor Shesterkin. Good thing for him, that puck was above the crossbar.
Back the other way comes Hedel down the middle over the Red Wing blue line. He shoots the puck towards the front of the goal, gloved off by Lyon, and he will hang on.
More slow, the Wings seizing control of this hockey game. 20 shots on goal. The Rangers just have 15 on Alex Lyon.
That last shot by Larkin, you're right. Shesterkin was off balance, and he tried to knock it down with his shoulder. Luckily, it was over the crossbar.
And again, I just like the defense and the combination of the defense and the offense. If nothing happening, don't force it. Just play that strong, stingy defense. Break up the Rangers' rushes. They're playing on home ice. The other team's got to put the show on and get that offense rolling. But another good, strong team effort tonight by the Red Wings.
Another thing of note, Berggren, who's kind of a perimeter player, made a good, solid, powerful move to the front of the goal.
He was down and low. I thought that was definitely going in, and I think Shesterkin got a break. It just bounced off his body. Justin Hall trying to get it out, and he does.
Now the Wings tap it into the New York zone, and they intercept coming back Schneider to the Red Wing blue line, past the Zibanejad, broken up. Edvinsson got it out to center.
A strong back check this time by Lucas Raymond.
Play offside up across that New York Ranger blue line. 6:46 to go in the second period. Game still tied 1-1. Both goals coming in the opening period. Lafreniere at 11:45 and Larkin with just 2 seconds left in the first period to tie it up.
Red Wings is only game 3 of the season for Detroit, but they need every point possible this year. They actually have 2 center icemen out there. Again, that last faceoff, JT Compher and Joel Larkin, and both those guys have been very good tonight for head coach Derek Lalonde.
Comfort, Tarasenko, Raymond out there for Detroit. Hall and Edvinsson on the blue line. Wings shoot it in. Trouba in the left corner. Got it away from Tarasenko. Out to center ice, Edvinsson. Right back in over the line. Cuts inside. Rolls it over to Raymond. Pass in the slot to Comfort. Trying to cut through the defense. Broken up. And now Hall to dump it back in behind the goal. Into the right corner. Shoveled around the boards to the near side for Edvinsson. Rolls that puck around the wing. Hall pinches down low into the right corner. Watched closely there by Riley Smith. Now they jam away at it. Tarasenko swings it back on the left point. Here's Edvinsson. Shoulder fake. Cuts to the middle of the ice. Has an opening. Cuts to his forehand. Following up, here's Raymond with a chance. And that's knocked away right out in front of the goal. And Shesterkin may have gotten a piece of it.
Jacob Trouba, very important block shot right there. What a rush that was by Simon Edvinsson.
He did not have a lot of room to maneuver, but he made something out of nothing right there.
He just weaved his way back and forth. He's so big, he's so strong, he's so fast. Outstanding performance by him so far. Quick dump in by the Rangers. They'll make a wholesale line change.
5:40 to go in the second period. A 1-1 tie. Hall will smack it off the boards out to center ice. Mancini turned it over. Tarasenko to dump it softly into the Ranger zone. Jones will pick it up for New York. Muscle it ahead up the right side to Carrick, and he'll fire it into the Detroit end. Lyon out of his net, steers the backhand around the right wing wall. Watson in pursuit. And now picking it up, Mott cuts out in front of Lyon, brings it ahead to center for Detroit. Mott in over the line, down the middle, cuts through defenders, got a wrist shot away, and Shesterkin made the save, top of the goal crease.
This is usually a third, fourth lineup for the National Hockey. Not many guys can do that. He went coast to coast, weaving back and forth until Mott got the outside and forced Igor Shesterkin to make another quality save here in period number 2.
Dylan Larkin, the lone goal scorer in the hockey game, and every time the Red Wings score a goal this season, it'll be a DT Energy Light the Lamp goal. Timeout, 5:10 to play, second period here in New York. Rangers 1, Red Wings 1. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
I'm attorney Mark Bernstein. When people contact us, they always ask, is this call and consultation really free? The answer has always been yes, it's free. For over 50 years, it's always been free. A free call, a free consultation, and we don't get paid unless we win your case. That's our no-fee guarantee. Get a free consultation at 1-800-CALL-SAM or callsam.com. It's always free.
1-800-CALL-SAM.
When it comes to Coney's, nobody does it better than National Coney Island. With convenient locations throughout Metro Detroit to serve you, National has been a part of
Sam's studio. We have played 2 in New York. Red Wings trailing the Rangers 2-1. And at this time, I am joined with Paul Woods out in New York. Paul, pleasure to have you.
Yeah, thanks very much, Dustin.
Now, Red Wings, they do only have 1 goal after the first 40 minutes, but that Red Wings offense, they're sure looking sharp out there tonight. What are you liking about their pace of the game so far?
What I like is the combination of offense and defense, and that's what happens when you start just worrying about the offense all the time. Bad things happen to you defensively. The Wings did that in the first game of the season. They lost the Pittsburgh Penguins. Since that time, they've tightened it up, and now they're a good team. They're combining the offense and the defense, everybody working hard on both ends, and you see the result. It's lower scoring games, but it's much more productive. They're playing with the better teams now in the Metropolitan Division. They have a chance to pick up a point, hopefully 2 here in the game tonight.
Now, Ken and I, we talked about goaltending future for the Red Wings. Alex Lyon, he's having a very good game. Talbot had a great game the other day. And Husso, you can't rule him out either. Do you have any ideas on who could earn that role of goalie number 1?
It doesn't matter, Justin. Again, what we're looking for is wins, just guys that can win hockey games, and that's what we have to do. And we've had Cam Talbot's had a good start to his NHL career, or his career with the Red Wings. He's been good in both games. Had a shutout. Alex Lyon's been great tonight. Shinsterkin's been good for them. It's a total team effort. You can't break it down. You can't separate it. The goaltending affects the defense. The defense affects the forwards. It's all got to come together, and that's what I like about the Red Wings. The last 5 periods they've played now, they're playing more like a team. Much more difficult to score against them. They've got some dangerous guys, and if they keep playing like this, everybody involved, everybody's selfless, they have a good chance to make the playoffs.
Now, talking about dangerous for New York, Shesterkin, he is having a great game for New York. What do the Wings have to do to finally get one past him?
Just keep getting Jansen. Jansen and Cam Talbot's just almost been as good as well for the Red Wings. So goaltenders on both sides have been good, but again, the Wings just keep on working and grind it out, and just can't force the issue. If it's not there, don't try and make a play. It's not there, and next thing you know, it's in the back of your net. So it's a 1-goal hockey game. They've outshot the Rangers so far. Continue to play like that in the 3rd period, and hopefully get these 2 points.
Now, we learned the news about Austin Watson getting the call up. We just signed him about 8 days ago. What can we expect to see out of him in Red Wings uniform in the future?
He's a big, strong, tough kid. He's a Michigan native, so it's going to mean a lot to him to play for the Red Wings, so good for him. But again, it's tough to be on that 4th line. It's tough to sit there. Special team situations keep you on the bench. Next thing you know, you haven't played for 6, 7, 8 minutes. Now you got to go out there and play against guys who've been playing all the way through, so it's not an easy job to have. But he's a big, tough kid, and it seems like the teammates like him. But again, he should be a good addition. I think Schrott's been quietly real strong here tonight with the Sider. Simon Evanson has played a really strong game. He and Justin Hall seem to have some chemistry. Evanson almost got a goal in that 2nd period. And Alimana, again, Quaddy does his job. He's been very effective as well back of the blue line. And Alex Lyon, got to give him credit. He's got nerves of steel. He can sit there for a long period of time, not play for a long time, and come in and play like he's playing tonight.
He is definitely looking sharp tonight. And looking around elsewhere in the league, lots of surprising teams, only a few games into the season, however. Utah Hockey Club, they suffer their first loss today. What do you make about their debut season this year so far?
Well, it's just really good, it's long overdue. And again, it's not the NHL. Guys don't make the NHL to play in a team with 5,000 people. Sorry, Dustin, I just lost my voice a little bit, so...
Take your time.
It was a bad situation in Arizona, so it's a good thing now in Salt Lake.
All right, now elsewhere in the league, aside from the Utah Hockey Club, again, we're only a few games into the season. Any other teams out there off to a surprising start to you just a few games in?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Dustin, it's good. If the Wings win this game against the Rangers, they'll actually move into six-way tie for first place in the Atlantic Division, so that would give them 4 points on the season. So they've been good. How about the New Jersey Devils? They got 8 points already, 4-1 the first 5 games, so they're off to a great start. So those have been 2 big surprises, I think, in the Eastern Conference.
All right, Paul, appreciate your time. We'll get back to you shortly for period number 3.
Thanks, Dustin.
And once again, the Red Wings trailing the Rangers 2-1 after 2 periods. Right now, though, let's pause 10 seconds for station identity.
The biggest games in the world.
Ovechkin fires! He scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
We will get you back out for that third period of play, and up next, we'll also take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard here on the Red Wings Radio Network.
You don't like to brag, but you're a pretty impressive person. You're detail-oriented, have a great work ethic, and you're a great communicator. Stop being so modest. Use all your amazing qualities to start a career at UWM. You'll get paid training, growth opportunities, and enjoy our inclusive workplace culture. Of course you don't want to take credit for your awesomeness. That's so you. Apply at uwmjobs.com today. Opportunity lives here.
Feel the sun on your face and enjoy the ride with a brand new truck or SUV from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Whether you're north, south, east, or west, your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers are in your neighborhood. From their impressive family of SUVs to the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever, your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers will put you in the driver's seat. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
When it comes to Coney's, nobody does it better than National Coney Island. With convenient locations throughout Metro Detroit to serve you, National has been a part of Detroit since 1965. And they're not just about Coney's. Bring in the family for some delicious chili fries, or pancakes, or a hand-dipped chocolate shake. They're all about the food you crave, and about being fast, fresh, and friendly at your local National Coney Island restaurant.
I'm attorney Mark Bernstein. 1-800-CALL-SAM is always a free call. And your fast, confidential consultation is always free too. And for over 50 years, our no-fee guarantee means you don't pay us a fee unless we win your case. If you're hurt in an accident, get the Bernstein advantage. Call 1-800-CALL-SAM. What do you have to lose? It's free.
1-800-CALL-SAM.
Score a Grayson and Red Wings ticket package for October 17th that includes a limited edition Grayson and Red Wings branded hat. Buy a ticket package today at DetroitRedWings.com/special offers.
In the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio, Dustin Fiocco with your out-of-town scoreboard. We'll get you back out to third period play in just a moment. Let's go through a few finals. Panthers beat the Bruins 4-3 earlier today. High-scoring affair in Ottawa. Senators snagged an 8-7 victory over the Kings. And finally, the Utah Hockey Club, they suffer their first loss on the season. 3-0 shutout in favor of the Devils. Red Wings and Rangers. Wings trail 2-1. We'll get you back out to New York for that final period of play.
All right, Dustin, thanks a lot. The Red Wings and the New York Rangers doing battle. That late goal in the second period on the power play by Chris Kreider, making it 2-1 New York. And the Red Wings want to get one back here and hopefully just get some points. Force it to overtime if you can't get two in the third, and get that first one and try to get the points if you can.
Well, right now, Ken, they're trailing by a goal, but again, it's just the way they're playing. It's just a very consistent effort. Everybody's involved. Everybody's good defensively, offensively. Great goaltending from Alexei Kovalev. That's what you want, a chance to win every game you play. So they keep playing like this. It's going to be a very successful season.
Copper had a couple of good scoring chances in that second period, and for the face-off, Rangers win it though, and Schneider to work that puck down the ice into the Detroit zone, and right off the get-go here, 7 seconds into the third period, an icing call has been assessed against the New York Rangers.
How about that Central Division in the Western Conference? Dallas Stars have 6 points. Winnipeg has 6 points. Utah, they've got 6 points. They played one more game. They played 4. And how about the St. Louis Blues? They started all 3 games on the road. They've got 2 wins and 1 loss. They're off to a good start as well.
Team still struggling, though, the Colorado Avalanche. But they picked up a goaltender.
I don't know. They've got some problems there. And they've got some veteran injured players that are not in the lineup right now. The biggest one right now is Valery Nichushkin. He won't be back for another month, and they could fall further and further back in the standings.
Red Wings win the draw. Johansson's shot ends up in the protective netting and behind the New York goal off a Rangers stick. That'll keep the face-off circled to the left of Igor Shesterkin.
And when teams get off to terrible starts, that's when you get the coaching changes. So maybe that's what happens in Colorado. Jerome Bednar has been a good coach there. He's won the Stanley Cup, but also keep an eye on Edmonton. Stan Bowman's a new general manager. Joe Quenneville's eligible to come back right now. Those two worked great their magic in Chicago. You got to think Stan Bowman's got to be thinking about something like that. How far will he go? 5 consecutive losses? Their goal differential is minus 12 in 3 games. The Edmonton Oilers, they played in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final like it's almost impossible to do. They lost 7 players in the offseason.
2-1 New York. Early in the second period, it's bumped up the wing. Comfer held it in for a moment. Now it comes out to Lafreniere at center. In over the Red Wing line. Toe drags the puck. Shot one wide of the goal. Centering attempt out in front. Trocheck deflected it wide of the goal. Schneider turns with it at the left point, and now the play is whistled down. We got a penalty call coming up right now. Is that a roughing call against Detroit?
I think there's a net coming off the moorings. I think that's what the referee is calling.
Detroit goaltender, 2 minutes delay a game. Knocking the net off.
Delay a game.
One was accidentally on purpose, didn't actually see Alex Lyon do it, so see if we can see on the replay, but the referee's watching closely. He made some very close calls on both sides, and early power play. The Red Wing coaching staff get an explanation now from the referee.
Comes 39 seconds into the period. The right goalpost came loose in behind Lyon, and he bumped into that post. That's kind of a weak call right there.
Well, you got to prove it's intentional. And again, he's moving side to side, and he wants to feel that goalpost, get his body up against it. So if it's not on the peg well, it comes off easy. That's a tough call to make on the goaltender.
Lyon staring down the referee in the corner. That was Kelly Sutherland who made the call.
I've seen a lot of other cases where it's obvious if your goaltender.
Panarin in the slot, a one-time shot by Vincent Trocheck. It comes back to the line to Fox. Fox hanging onto the puck, trying to get away from Larkin. Pushed it in behind the Red Wing goal. Panarin outlets it to Zibanejad. Cross ice feed, right side of the ice. Rangers have it there. Now in the slot, Panarin went down on one knee to get a shot away, and he misfired. Went into the corner. Now Trocheck handles it again for New York. Zibanejad over to the right side to Fox. Fox skates into the right corner to the line. Panarin. Now there's Zibanejad with a one-time shot, and that's blocked by Seider. And he is down. He is getting up. What a tough customer he is. He's hobbling, though, as the play is kept alive in that Detroit zone. Panarin, right circle, fired a long shot, tipped in front by Kreider, save made Lyon. Panarin at the blue line, all New York right here. Zibanejad with a shot, tipped in front. Lyon the save, and he will hang on to it. Lyon, and Seider's down on one knee, and now he is dragging that right leg, making his way over to the Red Wing bench.
They're all bent over. Ben Chiarot, he blocked one as well. JT Compher, Maritza, Seider. You talk about courage that you described and toughness. That's an example of it right there. Could hit the shot like that, and he got on the side of it like it's even more painful. Up on that bone, not as much padding from your shin pads, and somehow got back and continued to defend. Like what other sport would the guy ever get back up? Like baseball's not getting up for sure. Basketball's not getting up. Football probably. But, I mean, it's amazing what these guys do that play through that kind of pain to continue to defend a power play situation.
A couple of players tapping Seider on the back as he is sitting in that Red Wing bench at the moment.
Yeah, you want to get the respect of your teammates. Just do something like that.
All right, the Rangers bring it ahead. Cooley out at center ice. Stick handles over the line. Pushes it to Capo Kafko along the left wing boards. Now to Miller. Kakko has it again, makes his way down low into the corner, pushes it deeper and in behind the goal. Around the boards it goes to the right point. Smith fires it into the corner, and now it's tapped away from Capo Kakko as Mott will pick up the puck and fling a backhand all the way to the side of Shesterkin. Penalty is over. Tarasenko was serving the delay game penalty, is back on. Red Wings are at full strength.
And that was a very important penalty killer after Alex Lyon got called for delay of the game, and it keeps the Red Wings in the game, and now a chance to settle down and hopefully tie it up.
Rangers lead 2-1. Tarasenko down the ice into the corner, bumps with his man Schneider. Helping out for Detroit, Joe Veleno picking it up for the Wings. Sends it behind the goal. Schneider there to intercept. He'll lay it softly up the left side of the ice. Now picking it up again as Veleno steered it around the boards. Trouba chipping it ahead. It's knocked down. Left skate. Finally played across, and the Rangers bring it ahead. Brodzinski out at center, carries into the Red Wing zone, drops it for the trailer. Schneider hangs onto the puck, now misfires, and the Red Wings will pick it off and play it down the ice.
Good defensive recovery. Ollie Montage, the first player down the ice, puts pressure on the Ranger defense, allows his teammates to change. Rangers spending a lot more time down the offensive zone. The Red Wing forwards have got to get it going.
16:20 to go in the third period, a 2-1 lead for New York. Aaron pass ends up behind the Red Wing goal. Lyon flipped it into the corner. Hito, first man to the puck, to whistle it around the boards. Kane trying to jam it away from an oncoming Cooley. Cooley picks it up again, rolls it down into the right corner. In behind the net, Hito with a centering attempt. Comes back to the blue line. Shot taken. Lyon the save as Smith tried to score from long range.
That's a good save by Alexei Kovalev. There's lots of traffic down in the front. He got it through there, picked up that screen. A nice glove save, giving up no rebound to give his teammates a chance to catch their breath.
The Red Wings return home, and they'll have another meeting with this New York Ranger team, this time at Little Caesars Arena. 6:45 will be our broadcast time Thursday. Hope you could join us.
There's just no let-up in this Red Wing schedule. Every game they play is against a strong opponent. Then they'll get back on the road and take on the Nashville Predators. They won't be a happy bunch. That game is Saturday from Nashville.
Then back out to New York for a game against the Islanders.
No one talking much about the Islanders. They've been in the playoffs now the last couple of seasons, and Patrick Waugh did a good job last year replacing head coach Lane Lambert.
Panarin playing catch with Fox. Panarin down low, had it swatted away by Edvinsson with the long reach. Hall will outlet it. Puck knocked away from Berggren. Panarin to the line to Keandre Miller. Rolls it down softly into the corner for Panarin again. Back on the line, off the stick of Miller, comes out to center ice.
Done a good job by Justin Hall that time in a one-on-one situation. Artemi Panarin. Rangers have woken up offensively, playing much better than they did in the first 30 minutes of the game.
The Wings have to spend some time in the offensive zone as Panarin brings that puck into the Red Wing end again, trying to cut inside. Good read by Hall to knock it away.
And he makes a little quick pass to Simon Edvinsson. Good play by those two.
From the right point, Lafreniere with a wrist shot to the side of the goal, and Lyon taking no chances. Will just hang on with a glove hand. 15-11 to go in the third period. 1-goal lead for New York, 2-1.
Yeah, the Wings continue to excel defensively. They got to get the forwards on the attack now. One of these forward lines have got to spend some time in the offensive zone, have a good strong shift, and start to carry it over shift after shift and try to wear down that Ranger defense. Shot total's now dead even. Both teams have had 23, and both these goaltenders have made some big saves.
Joe Valeno out there on the ice for Detroit. Tyler Mott. Watson up front for the Red Wings. Face off to the left of Lyon. Digging in with those skates in the goal crease. Rangers win the draw. Here's a wrist shot, and they score from the face-off. Smith fires it from the right circle. A quick goal. Rangers now with a 2-goal lead, 3-1.
He was a big player of the Vegas Golden Knights for a long time. Riley Smith played into Pittsburgh, didn't work out there, but he looks a whole lot different now. The New York Rangers, and there's the importance of face-offs. Lots of pressure. Joe Valeno took it for the Red Wings, didn't win that draw, and it came back to the forward. Riley Smith went from his left to his right, let it to go, and beat Alex Lyon up high. 3-1 New York.
Well, face-offs are important in the defensive zone, and Smith fires it just under the crossbar. It happened quickly, and now a 2-goal lead for New York.
Well, you could feel it coming. The Wings just spend way too much time back inside their blue line.
3-1 Rangers. Over the line now, Tarasenko cuts inside, shoots the puck, and that one off the post. Red Wings with a pushback right there, and Tarasenko almost netted his second goal of the season.
That's a powerful rush by Vladimir Tarasenko. The Wings need more of that from him now.
Raymond digs it out of the corner in the slot. Tarasenko with a one-time shot, and that's blocked right out in front. 2 chances by Vladimir Tarasenko. The puck comes out to center ice, and Sherratt took it in. He hit his own man. That was Raymond, and the play offside.
Got to give the Wings a credit. Come back with a very productive shift and a couple of good scoring chances for the veteran forward Tarasenko, and Shesterkin another couple of quality saves.
Got to take a look at the replay. I think that first shot actually hit the goalpost.
Oh, yeah, definitely off the goalpost. It was that close to going in. That second one was a rocket as well.
Well, the face-off comes out in front of the Ranger bench. Far boards out at center ice. Hito won the draw. Slaps it into his own zone for Jacob Trouba. Capo Kakko lifts it ahead. Now the Red Wings back over the line. Here's Kane with a wrist shot. Top of the circle. Shesterkin caught it with a glove hand. He will hang on top of the crease.
And just one assist on Riley Smith's goal going to the veteran center iceman Mickelson. But Zimbabwe, that's his second point of the game after picking up no points in the first two for the Rangers. But the Wings have responded quickly with 3 good scoring chances. Shesterkin made another quality save.
Larkin now at the Brinket and Kane out there on the ice for Detroit. Johansson on the right point, Olimata on the left. Rangers win the face-off. Trouba circles in behind his own goal, lifts it ahead to Schneider.
And lots of time for the Red Wings. Still 14-15 left here in regulation time.
Hedstrom to tap it in behind the Red Wing goal. Johansson took a chop at it for Detroit. Kane outlets it ahead to center off the stick of the Brinket. Trouba slides it over to Schneider. Rink wide feed over the line. Brodzinski moves into the outside rim of the right circle to pump it in behind the goal off the stick of Carrick into the left corner. Schneider holds it in at the line, rolls it down low. Carrick tied up again and along the end boards with the Red Wing defenseman Johansson back in the line. Schneider holds it in again. Trying to draw a penalty right there, Carrick. And now the Red Wing player stumbles in behind the net. That's Oli Manama to hit a rut in the ice there behind the Red Wing goal. Wings manage to clear it ahead. Dylan Larkin sweeps it in front of the penalty box. Johansson flips it up across the New York line with one hand on the stick. 3-1 New York. Panarin through the center ice circle. Pass over on the left side. Broken up by Berggren. Rasmussen working over Fox, but he lays it back deeper into his own zone. Stretch pass to the Red Wing blue line off the stick of Panarin, and Edvinsson rushes out to center ice, lifts it over the line. Here's Rasmussen to Berggren with a chance. That's blocked. Berggren after the puck in the corner, lays it around the end boards. Adam Fox skates after it in the far corner, dumping it out to center ice. Puck broken up out in front of the penalty box. Berggren handling it for Detroit. Outlets it to Kopp over the line to Rasmussen. Right wing boards to Kopp in the corner. Now to Berggren. Into the right corner, sweeps it around the end boards. After it, Lafreniere. Edvinsson steals the puck, rolls it down and behind the goal to Berggren again. Jonathan Berggren trying to find daylight in the left corner. Hooked from behind, manages to get it around the end boards. Rasmussen check. Kopp now working hard, played it around the boards, reaching for it. Edvinsson. Edvinsson barely kept it in, but now it's stolen. And now Kopp steals just inside the blue line. Finally worked out by Trocheck out to center ice.
Did a good job of rubbing up forwards now, putting much more pressure on that New York Ranger defense. Both teams now making wholesale line changes.
12-11 to go in the third period. 2-goal lead for the Rangers, 3-1. Zibanejad turned it over. Raymond falls down. No penalty coming up. He was taken down as Comfer works his way into the corner. The New York end got it to Tarasenko. Tarasenko bounced it off the boards. Kreider finally touches the puck, but now an opportunity for the Red Wings to creep back into this hockey game if they can score on the power play.
Still plenty of time left. Tripping is the call, says the referee, and the Wings have a chance to get right back in the game. They're now trailing by 2 goals.
We'll be back with that Red Wing power play in a moment. 3-1 New York. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
Presenting the Insurance Company Choir. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
I'm attorney Mark Bernstein at the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. Tired of the same old song? Call 1-800-CALL-SAM and let us change the insurance company's tune.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Call 1-800-CALL-SAM.
Hate's a strong word, but if you bought your home or refinanced in the last few years, you probably don't love your monthly mortgage payment. Well, rates have finally dropped and refis are back. So don't wait another day to connect with your local home loan expert at mortgagematchup.com. They'll work with you on a personalized refi plan that can help you save money now and for years to come. Don't hate your rate. Refi now. Go to mortgagematchup.com. Powered by United Wholesale Mortgage LLC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 3038. Licensed in all 50 states and the District of Columbia.
After beating colon cancer, I'm turning setbacks into comebacks. I am Henry.
I'm pain-free and at full strength after spine surgery. I am Henry.
A life-saving delivery ensured my shift could continue. I am Henry.
When you need care to get you back on your game, trust the only care team chosen as the official team physicians for the Detroit Red Wings. Henry Ford Health. We are Henry.
Mika Zibanejad, he's got 2 assists in the game. He's in the penalty box for tripping Raymond out at center ice. 8:07 mark of this third period. Red Wings trail 3-1. Great opportunity on the power play to get back into this one with a goal. And this Red Wings power play coming up, brought to you by Carbliss, the preferred ready-to-drink cocktail of your Detroit Red Wings.
And Patrick Kane's out there again. Lucas Raymond, 4 forwards out there. JT Compher lines up in the right point. Ritz Sutter, the only defenseman out there, outstanding again tonight for the Red Wings.
Now let's see the Red Wing power play, what they can do from the draw. The puck is picked up by Keandre Miller and played it out to center ice. Unable to hold it in. Right point was JT Compher.
And there's the importance of face-offs again. One by the New York Rangers that led to their third goal when it came off the draw. One by Mika Zibanejad and finished by Riley Smith.
Here's Kane down the middle. Works his way into the corner. Tapped it away from Trouba to Raymond. And behind the goal helping out Larkin. Feed past Sider. Left wing to Kane. Shoots the puck trying to go upstairs. Shot it over the crossbar. Sider holds it in. Now to Larkin, back to Sider at the middle of the blue line. Over to Raymond, left circle to Sider. In the high slot, pushes it over to Kane. Wings working the perimeter right now, looking for the best opportunity. Kane to Larkin, right circle. Pass across, broken up, and now it comes back to the left point, holding it in Sider. Raymond now to Kane, left circle, plays it across, and that's off a stick over the side glass and into the crowd. And that stick belonged to the Ranger player Smith, who scored the last goal for New York.
It's a big game for Riley Smith, playing much better than he did last year for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Read that cross ice perfectly off the stick of Patrick Kane to get his team out of trouble. Now, there's 1:08 left in that minor penalty for tripping to Mika Zibanejad.
Player interviews brought to you by Meijer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Wings win the face-off in the New York zone, holding it in Ben Sherratt, now to DeBrincat, and he flips that one off the stick of Kreider and out of play.
And then Coach Derek Lalonde decides to send out the second group in the power play. That first group didn't get a whole lot to going, and still plenty of time left to get themselves back in the game.
Ranger penalty kill, not bad. Coming into tonight's game, they allowed 1 power play goal in 7 times short.
And Michael Rasmussen out to take the draw, and face-off's been very important in this hockey game. That's what gave the Rangers the lead late in the second period.
Berggren, Rasmussen, and DeBrincat up front. From the face-off, comes to the line of Sherratt. Now to Tarasenko with a shot off the glove of Shesterkin and rolls to the side of the goal. Referee got hit with the puck in the corner. He is down, and he is in obvious pain. That puck came off the glass, I believe, and hit him. And I think that is Kelly Sutherland. Nope, it's the player Michael Markovic, the referee.
He's been trying to get up now, and he keeps putting that leg up, trying to stand back up. But obviously he's been shaken up with that puck, and maybe had him in the neck area, side of the head. But hopefully he's going to be all right.
These referees, tough customers. He is getting up under his own power now, trying to shake it off. He's got his hands on both legs, bent over. Michael Markovic after getting hit with a puck. Boy, Tarasenko had another good shot, and that one off the glove hand of Shesterkin.
Shesterkin made a good save with his glove that time. He couldn't handle it, but that clearing attempt just picked off the referee, and again, he shows his toughness. He's going to stay in the game.
Was that Schneider who tried to play it around the boards?
Yeah.
Well, the Red Wings still on the power play for 50 seconds. It's New York 3, Red Wings 1. We're approaching the halfway point of the third period. Gives the Red Wings time to breathe a little bit. Larkin back out there with Kane and Raymond.
And the Rangers won't mind it as well. Another big face-off. This time Dylan Larkin does win it.
Here's Larkin, left circle feed down and behind the goal to Patrick Kane. Kane stick handles. Worked it to Raymond. Back on the lines. Bo Sider lost the handle of it. Rolls off his stick and Trocheck lifts it down the ice.
Rare mistake by Ritz Sider that time. To give Vincent Trocheck credit, he stayed with him move for move.
Here comes Larkin over the line, dropped it back, reaching to hold it in. Compher, Sider, left circle feed Raymond. Tried to play it down low. It's off a Rangers stick and out of play.
That stick belonged to Jacob Trouba. He's a rock back there in the blue line. He and Keandre Miller, 2 very good penalty killers for head coach Peter Laviolette.
Face-off stays. Circle to the right of Shesterkin, but just 20 seconds left in the minor penalty to Zibanejad of the Rangers.
He's had a shot total lead, 26-24. Vladimir Tarasenko was woken up here in the third period. He's been much more dangerous. Probably had 3 good quality scoring chances. Wings need more of that from him.
Larkin digging in for the face-off against Panarin. Puck rolls into the corner. Rangers come away with it. Keandre Miller rips it around the left wing boards, and this one travels the length of the ice. Time for one last rush if the Red Wings hurry on this power play.
And there's the importance again of face-offs, and Vincent Trocheck has become one of the better face-off men in the National Hockey League.
Wings are attacking left to right. Here comes Kane, busting down the middle. Over the Ranger line, drop past Larkin. Penalty is over. Quick feed out in front. Rolls into the corner. Now it's intercepted. Carrick this time will just rifle it all the way down the ice. This will be an icing call charged against the Rangers. And now 9:43 to go in regulation. 2-goal lead for New York, 3-1.
It's nice defensive work by the Rangers that time. Dylan Larkin working extremely hard, just could not keep his balance on his skates and lost that puck battle. Icing call that'll keep the pressure on Igor Shesterkin and the Rangers. Joe Veleno out to take the draw.
Unofficially have the Red Wings 0 for 4 on the power play here tonight.
They moved the puck extremely well, just haven't got any breaks, and Shesterkin's made a couple of amazing saves. Could easily have scored a couple of power play goals. Veleno lose that draw, and it looks like the Rangers will get it out.
That's Zibanejad doing the job, muscling it out to center ice, quickly to break it, back across the Ranger line, pushes it over, left side Edvinsson with a wrister, and Shesterkin got a piece of it with his arm, and deflected it out of play.
Alex DeBrink has not been involved in scoring, but he's been dangerous all night long, skating well. And Simon Edvinsson down that left side, maybe just got a little bit high in that situation. Going to make sure it's on goal. The rebound, if he does make the save, bounces out front. And maybe a team made a chance to put the second goal on the board for the Red Wings.
Wings have one goal of the show for tonight. Dylan Larkin in the first period. That goal is a DTE Energy Light the Lamp goal. We'll be back with more in a moment. Red Wings need some work. Rangers 3, Red Wings 1. This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
In every home, someone is always too cold or too warm.
What's the temperature in here? I'll just...
And then there's someone who's trying to save money.
Step away from the thermostat.
Well, DTE wants to help with both. Seal air leaks, add insulation, and change filters regularly to save up to $200 a year. And stay comfortable, too.
Ah, warm and cozy.
Get more tips at dteenergy.com/saveenergy. DTE.
From Novi to Royal Oak and down to Woodhaven and even Windsor, Ashley has Detroit covered when it comes to affordable, high-quality furniture and unbelievably comfortable mattresses. After nearly 20 years in the community, Ashley is proud to be the first official furniture and mattress partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Shop any of our 7 Metro Detroit locations and mention this partnership to receive 20% off your purchase. Some exclusions apply. Visit us today and help support the Red Wings this season. Only at Ashley.
At Corewell Health, we know time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, innovation, and we do. We're fighting cancer with proton therapy and music therapy. We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's with deep brain stimulation and outsmarting blood clots in seconds instead of days. Because this is your time to take control of your health. And it's time to show that together, we can. Corewell Health.
Ken Cal, Paul Woods with you at Madison Square Garden. 3-1 lead for New York. Face-off circle to the right of the Ranger goaltender Igor Shesterkin.
And the Red Wing coaching staff likes what they see with Vladimir Tarasenko. They got him right back out, so he's played a lot now in the third period.
From the face-off, Tarasenko shot one over the crossbar. He's had some chances throughout the course of the game. Vladimir Tarasenko.
I'd say probably 5 scoring chances for Vladimir. That's a good sign.
Tompkins had a couple of good opportunities out in front of Shesterkin. Larkin for Detroit, Lafreniere, Kreider, and Smith for the Rangers. Up the right wing, Joe Veleno into the New York zone. He'll dump it into the corner. Keandre Miller overskated it. Veleno dug it loose, popped it into the air. Fox bats it with a glove in the far corner. Now Tarasenko gets it to DeBrincat. Pass to Mata off a skate, now rushing for the puck. Mata coming back to turn away from an oncoming Hito. Now DeBrincat right back into the Ranger zone. Bowled over, stiff body check as he tried to cut inside and doing the job right there for New York, and now picking up the puck. That is Cooley. Larkin softens him up with a body check. Over the line skates Raymond, cuts inside, feed past to Kane, in front for Raymond off a skate, and back come the Rangers out at center. Hito will dump the puck into the corner in the Detroit end.
It was nice passing with the Wings on the rush. That was Kane and Dylan Larkin, and they just did miss Lucas Raymond in front of that goal in front of Igor Shesterkin.
8:17 to play in regulation. 2-goal lead for New York, 3-1. Wings out shooting New York, 26-24, but trail. Now the Rangers come back on a 3-on-2. Lafreniere down the middle, pushed it over left side, fanning on that shot from the bottom of the left circle, Panarin.
And a good thing he did fan on it was a 4-on-2 rush for the Rangers.
Panarin now to Jones, moving in left circle, centers it out in front, and it's broken up by Raymond out in front of Lyon. Rangers dangerous. Zibanejad long shot from the blue line, gloved off by the Red Wing goaltender Lyon.
He's allowed 3 goals. Alex Lyon has been very steady in goal. He's definitely gave his team a chance to win. Smart play there, making that glove save, giving up no rebound to allow his team to make a wholesale change.
Actually, that was Victor Mancini who came in from the blue line to get that wrist shot towards the front of the Red Wing goal.
And that third defensive pair, but not big names, the New York Rangers have handled themselves fairly well. Pierre Laviolette has done a good job of not getting him out there in extreme situations.
Wings with a face-off in their own zone. Edmondson didn't clear it out, held it at the line by the forward Riley Smith. Ryder trying to steal the puck. Wings get it ahead. Over the line skates Rasmussen. In front of Berggren, and he fanned on it. He had a good scoring opportunity, and when he tried to shoot the puck, kind of rolled off his stick right to Shesterkin.
He wants that one back, John Trendenberger, and he usually finishes well in that situation. Tried to get up high past the glove of Shesterkin and sort of rolled off his stick, didn't get a whole lot on it. And that took a great scoring chance away for the Wings.
Hi, Paul. Time to select our hardest working player, which is brought to you by Carhartt. Proud to support Red Wing hockey and all the hardworking people who make it possible.
I think I got to go tonight with Igor Shesterkin. Just a bounce-back game for him. And what I like about him, too, is his durability. He wants to play most of the game. Jonathan Quick's the backup, but he's been the difference maker in this game for the Rangers. Just allowing 1 goal and 27 shots.
He's made some great saves in the goal crease as the Red Wings could only put 1 puck behind him. That was Larkin late in the first period. Rangers dump it the length of the ice. Icing called against New York, down to 7:11 to go in the third period.
And especially in that second period, the Wings seemed like they were seizing control of the game. The Rangers couldn't get the puck out of their own zone, but he made 2 amazing saves, glove saves in that second period of play to keep it a 1-1 tie.
Overtimes this season brought to you by our friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card.
And still plenty of time left for the Red Wings. 7:11 in regulation time. With a big face-off this time. Mikkelsen Balajat against J.T. Compher. Rangers have improved in face-off in the second half of the game as well.
Only Mata couldn't hold it in. Now a race for the puck of the Red Wing blue line. Mata tapped it away, and now Compher, second effort, spins deeper into his own zone to get away from Riley Smith. Hands it off to Olli Mata. On the attack now, Tarasenko. Pass to the New York line, broken up. Johansson just fires it from the blue line in behind the New York goal. Off the stick of Shesterkin. And now the Rangers bring it back as it's Schneider tapping it off the boards to the Red Wing blue line, broken up by Kane. Kane hustles to get it over to Olli Mata. Now a feed pass to Lucas Raymond. Backpedals his way over the line, right side, bumped it off the boards. Larkin turns and fires and hit the side of the goal. DeAndre Miller lost it. Kane takes it away. Down low, flipped it back in the line. Sider with a shot, that's blocked. Pops up into the air in front of the penalty box. Sider fends off a check of Brodzinski, dropping it back now to Ben Sherrod, who finds Kane at center. Kane with a feed over the line, moving in. Lucas Raymond fired the shot, and that's blocked by Fox. Raymond with a centering attempt, skips away and out to center ice.
Good job, Red Wing coaching staff, getting the top line on the ice there in the third period, down a couple of goals against the fourth line of the New York Rangers. Unfortunately, the Wings could not get a clean scoring chance.
Red Wings trail 3-1, down to 5:48 to go in regulation. Fox inside the Ranger zone, chips it out to center. Here comes Hedel in over the Red Wing line. Left circle with a shot, trying to go upstairs off the stick of Hall and out of play.
And a good defensive play by Hall that time. Hedel had plenty of speed. He got the outside coming down that left wing, but Hall could play the stick, as you described, to take the chance away.
We'll be back with the final 5:36 of regulation. Red Wings trail 3-1 to the New York Rangers. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
You just slept on it funny. I think it's supposed to be that color. It's probably just something you ate. That'll clear right up with some aloe. Some chicken soup will have you back on your feet in no time. Not sure. But Mom will probably know.
Don't rely on guesswork. For 85 years, Blue Cross has been providing Michiganders with access to the care and resources they need, and will be ready to help for the next 85 years.
At Corewell Health, we know time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, innovation, and we do. We're fighting cancer with proton therapy and music therapy. We're turning back the clock on Parkinson's with deep brain stimulation and outsmarting blood clots in seconds instead of days. Because this is your time to take control of your health. And it's time to show that together, we can. Corewell Health.
This truck season, think about all the things you can do in a Chevy truck. You'll be able to, or you can even just, with impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and multiple powertrains, Chevy trucks have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. Chevy, official vehicle of the Detroit Red Wings.
Now the Red Wings going to need some late magic here. They trail by a pair, 3-1 to the New York Rangers. 5:36 to go in regulation. Larkin scored the first period. Rangers have a goal in all 3 periods tonight. Lafreniere in the first, Kreider a power play goal in the second, Smith here in the third.
Really, that goal off the faceoff is one that really stings. Riley Smith just getting a draw, mixes in down, wins. Other than that, without that faceoff down there, it's a 2-1 game, and you got plenty of time to come back and tie it up. But we just got to spend some time down the offensive zone. The faceoff now is deep in the Red Wing territory to the right of Alex Lyon.
Cop won the draw, but the linesman said he cheated a little bit, so now he's waved out of the circle, and let's see who's going to take the face-off. Joe Veleno for Detroit.
And the Wings have lots of center icemen have shifted to the wings. They have a lot of depth at that position. Joe's had a pretty solid game again tonight.
Trocheck against Veleno for the face-off. Berggren took a swat at it, came to Fox at the line, out of Panarin, who cuts inside into the slot. A shot taken by Lafreniere. That's blocked. Red Wings poke it out to center ice.
Another good scoring chance. The Rangers again came off the faceoff with Vincent Trocheck and Zimbabwe. Very good here in the second half of the game on their faceoffs.
Rangers have 3 players trying to knock the puck into the Rangers zone. Finally they do. They get it in across the line. Cop in after it for the Red Wings. Now to Berggren. I notice Berggren on the ice a lot here tonight as Panarin sends it rink wide up the left wing over the line. Vincent Trocheck drops it to Lafreniere. Turns with it in the left corner, knocked to his knees, got it back in the line to Jones over on the right side. Hard shot by Mancini on target. Lyon made the save. Red Wings floated out to center ice.
That was a long-range shot. Alex Lyon had no traffic down in front, so he'll easily make that save again. But the Rangers have really sort of seized control of his third period. Here comes Dylan Larkin, rubbing captain, but knocked it in midair by the Ranger defenseman.
Jones steals, lifts it across on the right side. Now they whistle it down. It was knocked down with a high stick. 4.5 to go now. 4:33 to go in the third period. Rangers lead the Red Wings 3-1.
He just proved that it takes all sizes. And again, Peter Laviolette not afraid to put him out there. The Red Wings' top line was on the ice, but Zach Jones made a very good play. If that puck gets past him, creates a forechecking situation for the Red Wings. He's only 178 pounds. He's playing defense in the National Hockey League. You think back to Quinn Hughes, though, won the Norris Trophy last year. He probably fits that same description, 178 pounds.
Here's Trouba from the draw, trying to get it out. Raymond bothers him, and out comes out to center ice. Cooley over the Red Wing line, bothered by Kane, got it to the blue line. Long shot by Trouba from the right point, and the save made by Alex Lyon.
Alex Lyon's allowed 3 goals, but he's played very well on goal. He's been rock steady.
4 minutes, 19 seconds left to play in regulation. 3-1 lead for the Rangers. These 2 teams will meet up on Thursday at Little Caesars Arena. I'd like to have you with us for all the action. 6:45, our broadcast time. Comfort having some words with defenseman Albert Johansson as he is set to take the face-off deep in the zone. Hedel wins the draw, sends it across on the right side of the ice. Schneider took a whack at it. Into the corner, Johansson. Now look out, Hedel steals, rolled off his stick, and DeBrincat clears it out to Tarasenko at center ice. Feed pass over the line, Comfort. Now to DeBrincat, drop pass, Olimata. Steps around, Kakko into the corner. Slides it in front, 2 chances right out in front. Right there by Comfort, and the save made by Shesterkin.
JT Comfort could easily have 2-3 goals this hockey game. They've all been similar chances, right down in front, but each time robbed, as you mentioned, by Igor Shesterkin. Wings in a clean breakout. Here comes Alex DeBrincat.
Pass over the blue line to Tarasenko. He shot the puck. That's blocked. Comes back to Tarasenko. Again, he tried to center it. That's off a leg. Back on the line, held in. Sherratt floats that puck. Bangs off the glass in the right corner. Veleno is knocked down. on the seat of his pants. Got it ahead to Mott, who finds daylight at the blue line. Drops it back to Hall. Now into the corner for Joe Valeno. Charges in behind the net. Berggren, he's knocked down from behind. Hard work along the boards by the Red Wings. Valeno tied up in behind the New York goal. Skips down into the corner. Sherratt laid it to Mott. Long shot. Tipped wide of the goal. Berggren was knocked down in front. Now it bounces up the left wing. Hall trying to hustle to hold it in. It's finally chipped out the center. Hall brings it right back over the line. Pushes it over. Left side. Berggren moving in. Shoots the puck. And that ends up off a body and into the corner. Lions still in goal for the Red Wings. Mott with a chance, trying to go upstairs, short side, gloved off by Shesterkin.
He's really been good all night long and really good up against those goal posts. Another good play by Tyler Mott. Quick little circle, came back in front and let it to go, but Shesterkin read it perfectly, made the save, and most importantly, no rebound to get his team into trouble. That was a long, grueling shift for both teams.
Well, Newsy Lalone is pulling out all the stops right now with 2:44 to go. Red Wings need a pair to tie it up. Lyon has left the ice. He's on the Red Wing bench. Wings have 6 attackers on the New York end.
And the big thing now is win that face-off, get to puck control in there. The Wings have their most dangerous players on the ice, trying to get their second goal of the game and get right back into it.
Critical face-off coming up. Circle to the left of Igor Shesterkin, brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Confidence comes with every card.
I'll tell you one thing, the Rangers got much better defensively in the second half of this game.
Wings win the draw. Here's Sider from the line. Steps into the shot. Partially deflected. Knuckled to the front of the goal. And Shesterkin with a glove hand save. It was a basket-style catch as it slowed down after the shot by Sider was deflected in front.
He's known for his offense. The red man, Artemi Panarin, made a very important block that time. He made it like a change-up and made the save much easier for Igor Shesterkin. Good defensive play by Panarin, blocking that shot by Sider.
Larkin in for the draw now. The faceoff moves to the far circle in the New York zone. 6 attackers on the ice for the Red Wings. 2-goal lead for New York. Rangers win the draw. Keandre Miller flips it out to center ice. Panarin bumped it over the line now. Here's Carrick with a shot. Sider blocked it. Carrick again a shot. Sider blocked it. Rebound in front and shot wide of the goal off a Red Wing stick. 3 chances right there towards the empty net. 3 blocks for the Red Wings. Kane will pick it up and now move it ahead. It's off the stick of Larkin. Larkin picks it up again. Carries it over the blue line. Circles with it. Hands it off into the corner for Kane. 2:10 to play. In regulation, 2-goal lead. Now the puck comes to the line, hustling over. Sider to hold it in. Good work by him. Raymond to pick it up in the corner, shovels it around the boards. Comfort dug it loose. It's knocked down by Larkin. Played it to the right point, and it bounces out to center ice. Red Wings regroup in the neutral zone. Back skates to Brinket. Knocked off the puck. Kane trying to hook his man Panarin. Kane not giving up. DeBrincat helping out. Now a pass into the slot over left side of the ice. Here's a shot over the cage from the left side by Smith. Now the puck comes out to center ice. The Rangers missed the pass. It comes all the way back inside the New York zone.
Wings need a timeout here, need a stoppage of play and catch their breath. Those guys have been out there for a long, long time. Rangers, here they come again.
Panarin over the line, moves it over on the right side. A shot and they score. That's Zibanejad, who finally picks up his first goal of the campaign. It's an empty netter. And it's 4-1 New York.
Can't block any more shots than that. The Wings just did everything they did. They played their hearts out, but just good work for the New York Rangers. Much better in the second half of the game. So many attempts, the empty net didn't go in. Perfect cross-ice pass. Panarin, Zibanejad, 3 points in the game for him. It's 4-1 New York.
18 minutes and 38 seconds, the time of the empty net goal by Mika Zibanejad.
I'm just hoping the Wings could get a whistle there, the timeout. They had the timeout available, catch their breath a little bit, but those top players are going to be exhausted after that long shift.
Well, the crowd starting to exit Madison Square Garden. It's a commanding 4-1 lead for the New York Rangers after that empty net goal.
And the Rangers continue their solid play start to the season, yet to lose a game in regulation. 2 wins and 1 loss in overtime.
Fox dumps it in. That play is offside, says the linesman. And they'll bring the face-off out to center ice.
People see that score tomorrow and think it's all New York. That's not the case. Look at those shot totals. 32 for the Wings, 28 for the New York Rangers. That was a well-balanced game. Both teams had some good moments. Got to give the Rangers credit, though. They played much better in that third period.
Well, Shesterkin's been a brick wall for the New York Rangers.
He made lots of great saves. So does Alex Lyon. Lyon didn't have a bad game.
From the draw, here's Albert Johansson out to center ice. He'll lift the backhand softly into the corner in the Rangers zone. Down to 1:05 to go.
JT Compher could easily have 2, maybe 3 goals, and all similar shots down low. Just can't get it behind Shesterkin.
Up across the line, the Rangers again left circle a shot, trying to go upstairs with that one, Adam Edstrom, but he fired it over the crossbar. Ole Mata will pick it up in the corner for Detroit, 45 seconds to go. Mott will pick it up for the Red Wings. Swing it out to Mata at center ice through the Ranger logo. Got it over the line to Joe Veleno, skips into the corner. Edstrom tied him up, and now up the right side, Brodzinski right back out to center ice. He'll just chip it softly into the left corner in the Detroit end. Carrick in after it. Hall got there first. 25 seconds left. 4-1 New York. Carrick taps it over the line. Checked along the side, boards by Mata. Now Rasmussen to dump it around the boards for Hall. Crowd starting to cheer with 10 seconds to go. Rangers about to win the game. Out at center ice, here is Kopp for Detroit. Lifting it softly into the right corner. Schneider to pick it up, and time will wind down. This game is over at Madison Square Garden, and the Rangers pick up the victory. Final score tonight here in New York, the Rangers 4 and the Detroit Red Wings 1.
They now have 5 points in the season, just 3 points behind the first place New Jersey Devils, who won earlier today. Devils, though, have played many more games than the New York Rangers. Those two teams, I think, right now, the two best in the Metropolitan Division. The Wings had some good moments throughout this contest, just could not get the puck behind the veteran goaltender Igor Shesterkin.
Now the Red Wings dropped to 1-2-0 on the season. They have 2 points. New York Rangers now 2-0-1, and they have 5 points early in this campaign.
Edmonton sets up as a big return match Thursday night at Little Caesars Arena, and that's going to be a critically important game for the Red Wings. They need to find a way to beat these New York Rangers.
Well, you're right, Paul. You look at the score, and you look like it's a lopsided game, but it was not that at all. The Red Wings battled hard all game long. Tied it up late in the first period on the Larkin goal. Gave up a power play goal to Kreider in the second period. 2 goals here in the third. Smith off the face-off, and that was really the one that put the dagger in the hearts of the Red Wings, and then Zibanejad with the empty netter.
And as you watch Igor Shesterkin play goal tonight for the Rangers, hard to believe that just a couple of nights ago he gave up 6 goals to the Utah Hockey Club in a 6-5 overtime loss. Like, why couldn't we have saw that game tonight? But it balances out. It evens out over the course of 82 games. So just keep playing the same wing. In my mind, the Wings played a solid 2-way game tonight. They're good offensively at times. The goaltender robbed them on numerous occasions, and very stingy defensively as well. So just keep playing that same way, and you're going to pick up lots of points.
And you look at the Rangers, their top players really had a good showing here in this hockey game, as Zibanejad held off the score sheet in the first couple of games, but picked up a goal, 2 assists. Kreider had a goal on a deflection, and Panarin had a couple of assists in the game as well.
That, to me, was a turning point in the hockey game in the second period, and they scored on that power play, and Zibanejad, that perfect cross-ice pass to Chris Kreider. He's down in front, and that's how he makes his living. Just deflecting it behind the goaltender. It was a 1-1 tie at that point. Next thing you know, it's a 2-1. They finally win 4-1 with the empty netter, but it was back and forth, even, very even on both sides, and Shesterkin, especially in that second period, made a lot of quality saves.
So the Red Wings return to Little Caesars Arena for the rematch against the Rangers. That'll be our next broadcast on Thursday. Hope you can join us, 6:45 p.m., Red Wings and the New York Rangers. Coming up next, Paul will have his 3 stars and take a look ahead at that game on Thursday, and he'll have some final comments as well. This is the Detroit Red Wings Radio Network.
To grow your business in the cloud, you need to make sense of your data, and Dynatrace makes it possible. With end-to-end observability powered by AI, you can unlock the insights hidden in your data, innovate faster, deliver better user experiences, and see your business like you've never seen it before. That's the power of possible. That's the power of Dynatrace. Find out how and try it for free at Dynatrace.com. That's Dynatrace.com.
Get ready, Little Caesars Arena, because light beer just got better. And Sam Adams is here to elevate your game day experience. With the clean, crisp taste of American Light, you're not just grabbing any light beer, you're upgrading to the best in the game. It's smooth, easy drinking, and oh, so refreshing. You'll be reaching for another one in no time. Plus, American Light is brewed right here in the USA using all American sourced ingredients. Sam Adams American Light Beer. Because when life calls for a cold one, it's always Sam season.
To Together, let's drive. Enterprise is proud to be the official partner of the Detroit Red Wings. Your goal is our goal, and we're ready with the assist.
Detroit Red Wings hockey continues with the Detroit Red Wings postgame show, brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Well, the crowd finally got to Madison Square Garden on this Monday night. Tightly contested game, but in the end it was the Rangers with the 4-1 victory over the Red Wings.
It's a big win for Peter Levitt and his team coming off that home loss of Utah Hockey Club. They're not happy about that game. Gave up 6 goals in the game, but they were very tight to defense. It was a real defensive battle for the first 30 minutes of this game, and really the Red Wings were in it to the bitter end, but just could not get one past Igor Shesterkin. And got to give the Rangers credit for bouncing back. Now second place in that Metropolitan Division, trailing only the New Jersey Devils.
Well, the Red Wings play the Rangers on Thursday night. Then it's off to Nashville for a game next Saturday afternoon against the Predators. Then out to New York again for a game against the New York Islanders. A couple of road games back-to-back, but Red Wings need to take care of business at home, and this is a really good team, these New York Rangers. A lot of people pick them to maybe perhaps go to the Stanley Cup final this year.
But we're right there, Ken. We're right there with them. I mean, it's a very close game. It's an empty netter, and again, their goaltending was sensational. If they just get average goaltending tonight, we could have won this hockey game. So for me, I'm actually encouraged by it. The last 2 games, it just played a tight defensive game and had some good scoring chances. Just couldn't get up behind the other team's goaltender. Just keep playing like that, and you're going to win your fair share of hockey games.
All right, Paul, time for your 3-star selection. It's brought to you all season long by Sarah Chevrolet, where the customer satisfaction is number 1.
I think about Igor Shesterkin. He's old school. He wants to be in the net all the time. And again, you think after that game against the Utah Hockey Club, they said, well, you need a bit of a break. Let's give you a rest, and we'll get the other guy in there, Jonathan Quick. He was good last year. I think he almost had 20 wins as the backup. But that's not the case. They come right back with Igor Shesterkin. He's played all the games for the New York Rangers, and he is probably their most important player. 31 saves he ended up with. It was a goaltending battle, though. I think Alex Lyon was sensational. Very steady in goal for the Red Wings. That's an encouraging point for them. But Igor Shesterkin's the first star of the hockey game. Mika Zibanejad, they're waiting for him to get going. He had no points. He wasn't playing that well, but he broke out like he usually does. 3-point game for him, 1 goal, 2 assists. He'll get the second star of the hockey game, and that was a turning point, I thought, when he made that perfect pass down there intentionally, giving Chris Kreider a chance to tip it in behind Alex Lyon in the second period. And the third star goes to Artemi Panarin. Just a dangerous guy all night long. 3 assists in the game for Artemi Panarin. He's so dangerous in that offensive zone. Maybe the best in the National Hockey once he gets inside your blue line. He and Nikita Kucherov just seem to thrive in that element. But I almost think I'd take Panarin. He just deadly when the puck is on his stick and just can move it so many different ways, and an outstanding performance and a big win for his team.
A little unselfish there on the empty net goal. He really wanted to get Zibanejad his first goal of the season, and sometimes that's what it takes for a goal scorer to get going, even though it's an empty net goal.
And again, I just don't know why. The Blackhawks have definitely changed management since that happened. But again, when you think you had a player of that magnitude playing with Patrick Kane at the time, why you wouldn't hang on to him? I'm not quite sure, but good for the New York Rangers. He's fit in well here. But the Rangers, again, they get all 3 stars in the hockey game, but the game was a lot closer than that.
Another player I thought played well for the Red Wings, he was involved a lot in that offensive zone, was Jonathan Berggren.
Yeah, he was good, but I think JT Compher to me was a guy who could have had 3 goals in the game here tonight. I mean, and he had numerous chances. They were exactly the same down in front, just couldn't get it past the pads of Igor Shesterkin. He was good. Kane had some good moments. DeBrincat, I thought, was flying up there, good offensively. Had some good games. Dylan Larkin got a goal late in the opening period, made it a 1-1 tie. Good for him. Kopp and Rasmussen, maybe a little bit more from them, and Tyler Mott and Joe Veleno on the 4th line with Berggren, as you described. But it was a good game. Tarasenko didn't do much in the first 2 periods, but all of a sudden the 3rd period, he woke up and he was easily our best or most dangerous forward. Chirot and Seider were sensational. Rich Seider came in here with the 4th highest average ice time of any defenseman in the NHL, and that number's not going down. He logged a lot of good, tough minutes tonight, blocked a lot of shots. Ben Chirot had a good game. Justin Hall picked up a very good assist. He and Evanson were a strong pair back there, and Olli Maatta, he does what he does well. He defends back in his own zone, and we didn't see much of Albert Johansson in the hockey game, but those other 5, I thought, handled themselves well. And Alex Lyon, you really can't ask much more. It was just that goal off the face-off that could really hurt the Red Wings, and those are just those small things. If you just get a tie in that draw and you don't lose it cleanly, Riley Smith probably doesn't get the goal to give the Rangers the 3-1 lead.
And you look at their power play goal, that was scored early on the power play as well.
Yeah, just perfect execution. Just such a dangerous team, and Panarin and Zibanejad picked them up, but Chris Kreider, he's just money down in front of the opposing team's goal.
Well, Paul, what do the Red Wings have to do to win the hockey game Thursday against these Rangers?
Well, not much. Just keep playing the same way. And again, without Igor Shesterkin in the goal, they could have easily had a better fate in this hockey club. So I'm feeling much better in the last two games than I did that opening night. That wasn't a good result. The last two games, they've been involved in the game. They played well defensively and offensively at the same time. So just keep doing the same thing and start picking up some wins.
And I would imagine we'll probably see Cam Talbot in goal on Thursday against the Rangers.
Then again, I'm not sure what the changes other than that. Maybe Jeff Peach was saying is not that far off. Maybe he comes back in on that blue line. I'm not sure about Christian Fischer. Seems that might be a little bit longer. Got to give Austin Watson. It's a tough situation to do when you haven't been playing much to come back in the NHL. And again, when you're on that fourth line like that, you're not getting many shifts, and then you sit there for a long time. You do get a shift. You just want to make sure you go out there and don't make a mistake. So it's hard to do. Joe Valeno, probably that fourth line group. He and Bergman had some good moments, but the Wings need that balanced attack, but don't force it. Just be sound defensively the way they've been doing it right now, and don't give the other team chances. We've got good goaltending. They're going to win some games for us.
I want to thank everybody for listening to Detroit Red Wings hockey this Monday night from New York. We want to thank everybody working behind the scenes and bringing this broadcast. Our producer's been Jenny Hoynotsky, our engineer Griffin Ward, and our host in our 1-800-CALL-SAM studios tonight, Dustin Fiocco. And a reminder that the Red Wings' next game will be Thursday at Little Caesars Arena. Hope you can join us for all the action, 6:45 p.m., the Red Wings and the New York Rangers. That'll do it from Madison Square Garden tonight. For Paul Woods and Ken Cal saying so long. And the final score, the Red Wings drop a 4-1 decision to the New York Rangers. Stay tuned because our post-game show coverage will continue with Dustin Fiocco, who's in our 1-800-CALL-SAM studios. Dustin, up next. This is your home for Detroit Red Wings hockey.
The 2024 F-150 is built Ford tough and proud to be the official truck of your Detroit Lions. With intelligent functionality already built in, everything from home renovation to tailgating just got better. Right now, returning AZ Plan trade-in lessees can lease a 2024 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew for $339 a month for 24 months, with $3,969 due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all lessees will qualify for Ford Credit Red Carpet Low Mileage Lease. Payment includes $1,500 trade assist and $1,500 renewal cash. Offer ends October 31st. See dealer for qualifications and complete details. Some exclusions may apply. So lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for only $339 a month. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
Ugh, Brocules, we're gonna have such bodacious bugs this summer.
Most definitely, Brosidon, but I gotta work on this 4-pack.
Don't you mean 6-pack?
No. I mean this 4-pack of the new Crazy Puffs from Little Caesars. They're 4 fun-sized puffs packed with cheese and pepperoni. Everyone's trying them.
Can you spot me?
Oh, sorry, Bromano. These are Dunskies. Walk in between 4 and 8 for your hot and ready favorites like $3.99 Crazy Puffs at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Plus tax where applicable. Available at participating locations. Prices may vary. Prices higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and third-party online sites.
Keep your car sparkling clean and wash all you want starting at just $20 a month at any Clean Express Auto Wash. For more information, visit cleanexpresswash.com. Go Red Wings!
Dustin Fiocco inside the 1-800-CALL-SAM studio. It was a competitive game in New York between the Rangers and the Wings. Each team looking for their second win on the season. That prize, however, goes to New York. That brings us to our game recap. It is brought to you by Dynatrace Cloud Done Right. Now, your first period was very even between the two teams. New York, they do take the first goal of the game. It's Alexis Lafreniere who breaks the silence and gives the Rangers a 1-0 lead. And that's where it looked like our period would end. But surprise, surprise, Dylan Larkin finds himself a goal with a second to spare.
Larkin picks it up in the slot to Kane. Drops it for Hall, who moves in. Fakes the shot, cuts wide, centers it out in front, and Dylan Larkin scores! Great play right there by Hall. Larkin scores to tie it up, and there's not much time left on the clock.
Not much time indeed, but quite enough, as they did have to check the time. It was a good goal. Detroit, they end the period tied with New York at 1. Second period, Detroit, they come out firing. They create great opportunities. They just can't get another one past Igor Shesterkin. Some big saves made by him and Alex Lyon. Let's not sell him short. He got the first start of the season in net for him, and he hung in there shot for shot as well. However, the Wings penalty kill, they were tested quite a bit, a perfect 3 of 3 on the night, but the fourth time, that proved to be the charm for New York.
Trocheck, Kreider up front on this power play. Fox on the right point as he settles it down, moves it over to Panarin, left circle feed, pass in front and they score, redirected in. Chris Kreider out in front of the goal will get credit. Quick power play goal, the crowd erupts late in the second period. Rangers take a 2-1 lead.
Just took 7 seconds on the power play. Kreider nets his third of the year, and it is a goal advantage for the Rangers after 2.